it wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you get me till at the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you get me till the
What's going on, folks? Will Stewart here with another THFC Rants. How you guys doing? How you guys doing today? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Everybody, what's going on today? It's been a long time no see. Long time no see. Holiday weekend this past week. Went to my hometown, 10-hour drive. Saw some of the fam. This needs to become a game show channel. I'm pretty good at it, right? It's all about production quality, Cody. It's all about production quality, right? Very dramatic. That's what I was going for. That's the look I was going for. You get me. You get me. But hope you guys are doing well. And let's see here. Goals, spammers, Golazo. I have no idea what that means. Big up Mixer Mark Swift. Mr. Stewart is my dad. It's not me, so yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. And if you guys do want to join the show, this is just a regular pre-match show. You are welcome to come on and have your say. The link is pinned to the top. I know there's a lot of other games going on right now, or at least starting right about now. Let's see here. Who do we got? We got a bunch of games going on. And Southam right now in the first 5 minutes has scored a goal against Leicester, for people that are watching. Watford still 0-0 with Chelsea. West Ham has scored one in the first 6 minutes against Brighton. It's still 0 between Wolves and Burnley, the team that we didn't get a chance to play on Sunday. Unfortunately, I was going to do a show, but obviously the game got canceled. And I figured that the Moura mess had been hammered away at plenty, so there was no need for me to, do that some more. I hit it hard enough in the super chats on other people's channels, so I didn't feel like it needed to be done here on THFCRants. Although I told you so. I told you so. Our squad is crap. Yes, it is. But anyway, we got Brentford coming up tomorrow. Almost 24 hours from right now. 8 minutes less than 24 hours from right now, we play Brentford. And it's a must-be win. It's a must-win. It's a home match. We're playing them at home. We got to get that one going. You know what I mean? Yeah, 30% chance. What's wrong with a 30% chance? I got no problems with 30%. I mean, you gave it a less percentage, but you think that we're better than we are, but I'm just talking about the players in general, the quality of the players. And hey, Conte agrees. So if you're calling me out, you're calling Conte out. I'm putting it out there right now. If you're calling me out, you're calling Conte himself out. And oh wait, so Spurs superior squad would have a higher percentage. Yeah, they would. Where are they at in the table right now? Where are they at in the table right now? Oh yeah, higher than us by 2 points. 2 points higher than us right now. But we do have 2 games in hand on them, so hopefully we'll be above them. Hopefully. We better be. We better be. That's all I gotta say. Sounds like the music's kind of stuck there for a second, but I guess it hasn't. It's just the nature of the beast. And I was gonna wear my Christmas garb today for Cody Mack, seeing that he's the Scrooge, Mr. Scrooge. Let's see. Let's play a Christmas tune here for Mr. Cody. Where are my playlists at? Prefer Grinch. He prefers the Grinch over the Scrooge. Either way, man, how could you not like Christmas? How can you not like Christmas? But Todd, that was at the beginning of the season. I said a 30% chance before the season started. But make sure you do hit the like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to participate in the chat with us, it is in subscribers only mode. Only, not to force you to subscribe, because you don't have to chat if you don't want to, but it helps keep the riffraff out. At least if the riffraff have to subscribe, so it boosts the stats while they're trolling us in the chat. We have a 5% chance now, maybe. I don't know. Could be. We'll have to see. Still pretty tight. The table's still pretty tight, though. That's true. You do have to score goals to win games. But you people were saying that we had people were saying that we had no problems, you know, in the transfer window. We signed enough players. In the transfer window this year. Some good players. Where are they at? The only good player we've got is injured until 2022. No Romero. We are stuck with Dyer, Davies, and Sanchez in the back line. Yay! Fun times. Fun times at Tottenham Hotspur. Not so much. But anybody out there in YouTube world want to jump on? I know it's a bit early of a show for us North American folks. But if you are in the UK, it is 7:42 in the PM. If you want to jump on, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. And for everybody else who's out there, it's all in those places. But I'm going to hang out with you guys in the chat here a little bit. We'll answer some questions. Let's see. Chelsea and Watford. Yeah. Chelsea and Watford are still 0-0 right now. So all the games except for the Watford Chelsea game and around the 11th minute. All the score lines that were read off earlier are still active. Let's see. Mark Swift says, hit that like and sub. You can super chat too. It makes me happy. It also makes me less negative. Can't get it's trying to focus on me. Can't see it. They do super chats to make me feel less negative. I just need to get rid of those things. You can't read them anyway. It's just a big white block behind me. My cameras are too shallow of a depth of field. It's not pulling everything into focus there. It only gets the good part, the parts you really want to see anyway, and that's my beautiful face. But my Ryan Mason's face. The beard is almost back to full glory. From when Cody bet me. How's your beard going along, Cody Matt? How's your bet going? Let's see. Everybody who's in Korea. What time is in Korea? It is really, really late or really, really early. What are you doing awake, 고구마님? 거기서 지금 몇 시예요? 새벽 5시 아닌가요? You're up early. Dietrich's in the house. Mark Swift, thank you. It's actually 2 hats. I saw some young kid wearing it the other day, and I thought it looked kind of cool, so I figured I'd join the hip train. The hip train. It may be a Canadian thing. Cody Mack can tell us about it. The beanie hat combo. Let's see here. Jerry says, does anyone know what's happening in the Watford Chelsea match? They've suspended play. I don't know. It looks like they're playing again, though. 13 minutes in, so the clock has jumped up. So the game clock has moved. So it looks like they're back playing now. I don't know what happened. I hope you're not directing I told you so my way. I didn't rate our window one bit. I said it addressed nothing in this season. I'm not pointing that I told you so to anyone other than the people who doubted me. Right? All the people that called me negative for the transfer window, who said that I was being unfair, who said that we had a better squad than we did, who said that we had a better squad this season than we did last season. That's who I'm pointing, because if you can't beat, apparently the rumor is that we are about to get 10 million pounds for Cameron Carter-Vickers. That means that Cameron Carter-Vickers, a player who's never been able to make it into our starting 11, is even as much as the bench, apart from a preseason match, has a higher transfer value than the entire squad of Mura. Did you also know that MLS squads are 3 to 4 times higher market value than Mura, are rated higher in FIFA coefficients than Mura is? True story. True story. Spurs are such a downer. It's hard for me to join these chats. It's hard to formulate how truly disappointing they've been. Dude, I'm a guy that has to do streams about it. You guys just gotta watch them. I gotta come up with something to talk about. Mr. Aaron Dove says, can't wait for Christmas this year. Last year was canceled. This year, family coming from all over the world. Well, good. I'm glad that your family's coming to see and spend time with you. That is a good thing. We had a decent transfer window. We had no what Dietrichs, man, you're so deluded, brother. I love you like a brother, but you are one of the most deluded fans I've ever met. I mean, what decent transfer window did we have? Gil? Are we still on this Gil train? Gil's gonna win the Ballon d'Or in 2 years? Is this still what we're about? Have you not seen enough? It's okay to say you're wrong. It's something I don't experience very much, you know, because I'm really wrong. But it's okay to say. It's okay to say it. Beard is coming along now. That's good. It's not Friday. No, it's Thursday morning. The game is suspended. The game clock is still it's suspended now. Looks like it stopped at 13 minutes. What'd they suspend it for? Snow? Another medical emergency in the crowd. Okay, so they're just taking some time. Hope they're all right. Hope everybody's all right. Cody Matt got a new camera. What kind you get? Let me know. I like stuff like that. I actually had a thought today that I should put my streaming gear in the description with Amazon links to let you buy what I have if you want to. And then I can make money off it. It doesn't cost you any extra. I can just do an affiliate program. If you guys are interested in that, put it in a comment and say, hey, yeah, do that. List all the stuff that you got, the stuff that you use. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll do that. I can do that. I can do that. Let's see. Conte needs experienced players. I'm sick of risk signings. I'm sick of for the future signings that don't help us out. I'm sick of signing players based on what we could possibly sell them on for in the future. It's like we go to Costco to do the transfer window, and it's quite annoying, to be honest with you. But Hung Hitan Haiting supporting the Wolves guys over there. And the Premier League app is being a bit funky. But Aaron Dove, hi. Medical emergency for the Watford game. Mark Smith says, I'll take 10 mil for him. I would take 1.5 for him. Cody Mack says, we're never getting 10 million for CCV. Question, who from the squad, let me know if the music's too loud. Who from the squad can you see redeeming themselves? We have a large, none of them. Not a single one. Maybe Harry Kane. That's it. Maybe Harry Kane. Everybody else needs to go. I'm done playing games. I'm done playing with people and telling them, you know, hey, he could come good. None of them, not a single one. Everybody that needs to go needs to go. You can ask me who needs to go. Everybody but Son, Højbjerg, Skip, Romero, Kane. Although I think it would be wise business to sell him before his value tanks. But we don't need to sell him. Mora. Everybody else can go. Sell them all. Sell them all. Big up, everyone. Hope you are well. Will, I am doing good. Everybody go subscribe to Tottenham Tantrum Gold. Not only is he a big supporter of myself and most every other YouTuber, so you guys should go support him as well. I think you're a mod, right, dude? Let me see. Where's that comment at? Yeah, you're a mod. Throw your link in the chat. Throw the link to your YouTube in the chat. You can do that as a mod. And then big up Chris. Big up Spurs 72. How you guys doing? Romero, Hill, Emerson, the biggest prospect in the league. One that's decent. League all. What are you talking about? And biggest prospect in league all that is decent. First of all, Hill hasn't done anything. He has added zero value to the team whatsoever. Not coming off the bench, not coming on the bench, not starting, not in the small matches, not in the Europa Conference League. In no way has he helped the team at all. Emerson, decent signing so far. Not the best, but acceptable. Romero looking pretty sharp, except for the fact that he can't play till next year. So, was I wrong about Emerson? I don't know if I necessarily said Emerson was bad, but I've said he's been decent defensively, but he's piss poor going forward. He has no cross, no abilities to score, none of that. And we're playing 3 at the back now, so. If you're a fullback and you can't score, you're not doing a good job. That's just the way it is. The regulars here. Hope you're doing well. Jack Clark can get sold. He's been garbage. What a waste of money. That money could have gone and get Jack Grealish that season, and it was ridiculous. What did I say about Emerson? Has he shown to be a world-class right back? No. He's playing at the level he should be playing. Let's see. Still went cheap. Keo Razor Pro. The Razor Pro. I'll have to check that one out. I know the Razor. The Razor Pro, I may not be as familiar with. But those are actually for the price. They're good value, though. For the price, they're good value. I mean, it's not as... No. But here you got the Elgato Wave 3. And for USB mics, this is about as good as it gets. Focus. There it goes. Those are about 120, I think, US. So I guess in Canadians, those would be about $5,000 Canadian. Let's see. I'm way behind these comments, dude. I need to do this quicker. I'll skip the ones where you guys are big up in each other, although please do that. I appreciate it. What's up, David? How's it going, my friend? My brand. I was about to say brother and friend at the same time. My brand. My frother. What's going on? Pete from the lane. What are your thoughts on Perisic on a free? Yeah, why not? I think it'll be a brilliant addition, especially as he's really good under Conte. Yeah, I mean, anybody can get on a free. If the wages aren't ridiculously high, that's ready made. I'm down. Let's sign 35 people on frees. They're good players. I'm cool with that. Let's see here. Who else we got? We must sign Vlahovic in January. That is a must sign. There's no excuse. No excuse. He wants to leave. Pay whatever they're asking. Get it done. That has to be priority number one. Has to be priority number one. Has to be priority number one. Tony Go, 안녕하세요. What's going up, my friend? I appreciate all of the love in here. Bob Spurs in the house. Okay, so let's turn the music down and get a little bit serious. So in the description to this video, if you drop down, click out the chat and you go to the description in the video, there is a link there. So Bob's dad passed away either today or yesterday. And, you know, with the situation of people being out of work and on lockdown and stuff like that, Bob needs our help. A lot of people have already helped. Some anonymous donors have put in, you know, like $500 or 500 pounds. We don't need that much. If you can spare 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds to Bob's dad's funeral fund, there's a link to the GoFundMe in the description of the video. We're all a family. You know, what's 5 pounds? In fact, don't super chat to this stream. Go to that link in the description and put those super chats that you would put in to ask your questions, and go and do that for that video or for that link. Go donate to that instead of super chatting to the channel. If you want to do that, just go if you want to ask me a question that's kind of equivalent to a super chat, I'll make sure I'll get it read out right away. Go ahead and put QD, means, you know, question that donated, and then just put your question in, and then you can drop that $5 or 5 pounds or whatever you want in the GoFundMe that's down below, linked in the description of this video. So make sure you do that. And Bob, you can piss off. All right. Hello, Chris. Now that that's done and over, make sure you go do that, right? A lot of you have and appreciate it. You can do it anonymously or you can put your name on there. Make sure you guys go ahead and give that a look if you can. If you can't, we understand, but it's greatly appreciated. Will, you get one holiday wish granted for Spurs. What will it be? That we sign the 3 players that we need in the January transfer window. That's my one wish. David, jump on the stream, brother. David can jump on the stream. I think he's going live, though, in like an hour and a half. But if he wants to jump on here until he goes live, he's welcome to do so. The link is pinned to the top. Anyone else who wants to, too. All we need is a new right back, left back, 3 center backs, 3 midfielders, 2 strikers, a left wing, a right wing, and a goalkeeper. That is true. That's very true. We do need all those things. No more Mr. Nicewill. That is correct. It's not like Son is doing well. Yeah, he's only the leading goal scorer for the squad. So, yeah. Crap on the guy who scored the most goals for the team. You can do that. How many goals Gil scored for the team again? Yeah, none. Emerson? None. So, yeah. Rock with that. Yes, we do need to see if we can go, but when we're at Brentford, we do need to see if we can buy any players. I'll take Ivan Toney. Hasn't been as impactful as I would hope, but still doing better than our striker at the moment, as far as goal contributions in the Premier League is concerned. So yeah, it would be an upgrade. Emerson can stay. I'll agree with that. Emerson can stay. Reguilon can stay. Romero can stay. Højbjerg can stay. Skip can stay. Son can stay. Moore can stay. Everyone else, Harry Kane can stay as long as he participates. If he's not going to participate, then he needs to go too. But if he turns around and starts scoring, braces and hat tricks and stuff like that in the league, then yeah, he can stay. In fact, we would want him to stay. If he's not going to, then he needs to go before his value tanks farther than it already has. Galloway Girl is my fave, Aaron. I don't know what that means. Everybody's showing up love. Bob, the link is in the description to the GoFundMe, or you can go to the community page there as well. It's that, or my Twitter. You can find that link there. Going live at 9:30. Yep, that's what I thought. So about an hour and a half. What did I say? Clip me. I said Emerson was shit in his couple first appearances, and he was. $60 frames per second, 150 CDN, and it's like $5. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true. So I think the Razer one is like the circular one that kind of looks like the lens of a DSLR. Yeah. Brian Daigle's in the house. What's up, Mr. Brian Daigle? I love you, my friend. If you want to jump on, if you're free to do so, the link is there. Anybody can do so. The show is open for all of you guys. Everybody bigging up Mr. Brian Daigle. It's all right, Chris. You can jump on when you get home. I'll be rolling for at least till like 4:30-ish. Emerson assisted the winner against Burnley in the Energy Drink Cup. Okay, he's got 1 assist. Reguilon has 4. So, why don't you wish for Winks Ballon d'Or? Well, because Harry Winks is a horrible footballer and shouldn't be playing professional football. Don Paratici is cooking now. I know your next question will, what is he cooking? Well, he's cooking the books. No, you said Emerson was shit with no caveat or context. Although we figured we argued for like 40 minutes about it. No, I don't think that's the case. I don't ever say anything without caveat or context. So I'd have to check. You'd have to remind me. Emerson has the most tackles in our team. Yeah, but tackles is a small part. Like if you're going to judge defenders on tackles, then that's not. I don't think that's like one stat that you got to hang your hat on, right? If I think Emerson has more tackles than Virgil van Dijk is, and nobody's going to say he's a better defender than Virgil van Dijk, right? So I don't necessarily think that that's a stat, that you want to hang your hat on. Let's put it this way. Emerson's been okay. Definitely our best option right now on that right-hand side. So what are you gonna do? Got to go for it. But yeah, Emerson's been a decent signing, right? He's been a decent signing, and I don't think that I was being harsh on him for no reason. I'm never harsh on anyone for no reason. You'll take that as an apology. I don't have anything to apologize for because I never say anything without a reason. Yeah, I'm not saying the stats wrong. Right. If he has the most tackles on our team, it's because, first of all, our team has been conceding goals like cupcakes. You're welcome. Let's bring in a friend. Who's here. I haven't seen him on my show in a long time. But he's been too busy over there breaking kneecaps and taking names. And let's see what he has to say. So Brian Daigle, what's going on, my friend?
How are we, sir? Long time no speak. How are you?
I'm doing well. You seem down. Are you all right?
No. It's obviously a sad day with the passing of Bob's father. I've been talking to him a lot today, and obviously it's an unfortunate time for him, and our condolences obviously go out to him. And you know what? I'm just exhausted. I'm just absolutely exhausted. I've hardly slept for 2 days. I'm not sleeping right. I keep waking up at like 4 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm exhausted. And I'm only coming on for like a 10-15 minute stint, Will, because it's my 4-year anniversary in Canada today. So I'm spending as much time as I can with my wife and off streams. But I'm quickly going on to Mari's to say a bit about Bob, because he's always on that show. And I couldn't come onto your show and then go on to Mari. So I wanted to make sure I check in with you, my buddy, because it's been so long.
Yeah, Mari's going like, what, 5:30 or something like that? 4:30?
Yeah, something like that. So I'm going to go on that for about 10-15 minutes just at the beginning, because there's obviously going to be a bit of a tribute to his father, and obviously all of our condolences to Bob, so I can't miss that. But like you said, mate, I can't remember the last time. It's definitely before England that I came on your show.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Wait, do you know what it is, mate? I've been so when I came back, I remember I was going to come back the first time when I think I've been back 2 days, but I just completely zonked out. And then whenever you went live in England, it was like 3 a.m. for me. And seeing that I was with my parents, I couldn't really be my normal, very quiet self whenever I'm on your stream. So I couldn't do that. So yeah, but always good to be back on. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. You know what it is like I've had a hard time going live around this time during the day here in the US. For the folks that are over in the UK. I mean, this time for the folks over here on North America is not a very convenient time.
Yeah.
Most people are still at work, right? And for at least another 2 or 3 hours. And then too, it's because there's a lot of new channels that have kind of started spurting up, and I didn't want to kind of overlap their time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to stop that, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna have to say screw you guys, sorry, and then just do what I gotta do when I'm able to do it. Otherwise, I won't have time. I won't have time to stream. So
exactly. So I saw you.
Not that there's too many, but there's so many new guys out there now that it's to go at a time where you're not overlapping somebody is difficult. So
exactly. Well, you know that night time after a match is all Will Stewart's over here. That's unparalleled and untouched. That's your staple. But yes, so what have you been thinking of the shenanigans at his Spurs while I've been gone, and now that I'm back, since I've been back, what a mess we're in, eh?
Yeah, it's. Look, I've tried to stay away from coming on streams because I just know that I was going to rub some things in people's faces. I had a lot of crap talked about me at the beginning of the year. A lot of things slung my way by creators and commenters alike. And everything I've said has come true.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember when it was you and me, do you remember, with Brian Hill, who was saying from the start that it was a bit, that's yet to be proven. But the one that's getting me is obviously Romero could be out for a considerable amount of time. You heard the talk today about Carter Vickers.
Yep. They want to sign him for like 10 million or something.
Yeah,
like that.
well, apparently it was agreed for 5 million, and now he's doubled the price. And it's like, do you know what? You inflate the prices of the deadwood that we can't get out. You won't pay the money for the players we want in, and you wonder why we're in this mess.
Yeah, and then big up Will Chelsea, like watching paint dry. Thanks, the truth sets free. But please save your super chats in the description. There's a link where you can guys go and you can donate the $2.50 or $5 or whatever, £5 to Bob's dad's funeral expenses. That is in the description of this video. I appreciate it, but I would prefer that the super chats go there today than in my pocket. And if it didn't take YouTube, you know, if YouTube didn't take 30% and it didn't take them a month to pay out, I would I'd do like a, what do you call that? Were they like a
transfer?
No, they have like in the US, they used to have like the Bob Hope used to do those telethons, right? Where people would call in and donate.
Yeah.
And then I would donate all the money to Bob's fund, but it just takes so long for that payout to get here that
Yep. But yeah, I mean,
and YouTube takes 30% of that, which if you go click on the link, they don't. It's like there's 0%, so all of that money goes directly to Bob's.
They do take something GoFundMe, but it's very, very minimal compared to the 30% for YouTube. It was something that we've used before when we had an animal. Our pet was in major problem. Then I had one of my best friends lose his dad to COVID at the start of the year, and they did it. So they do take a very, very small, but not like you said, well, nothing like the 30% that YouTube will take. Bless you, sir.
I just sneezed.
That's why I said bless you.
You probably saw it.
I saw it. I definitely saw it. I didn't see it because of your fantastic. I didn't hear it because of your incredible setup.
Yeah. But like I told people too, if people are curious on what I use, I will put my streaming setup in the description. If people want to check that out. But if nobody cares, then it doesn't matter. But
one thing I will say, you and me again are in total agreement when it comes to transfers in for the striker. It isn't number one target, number two target, or three. There's only one target, and it has to be that person, and it's Dusan Vlahovic.
That's got to be done.
Yeah, there's no if, buts, or maybes. We need someone that's genuine competition for him, for Kane, genuinely can rival him, and keep him motivated. But also his form this season has been terrific, and he looks. I didn't know a lot about him when it was all starting up in the summer or whenever it started, but now I look at him a lot, and he looks like the real deal, and a young player that's A, ready, and B, could stay with us for a long time if we start going on the rise. I think he's the only one.
Yeah, it's something like they only want like 70 million euro, right? 70 million euro. And if we can dump almost that on Tanguy and Ndombele, why can't we do it with him now? Especially if you look at someone who's actually going to add some quality to our side in the first place.
Yep.
Why would you go to Juve right now? Like, that's seriously, why would you go to Juve? Just to play in the Champions League?
Exactly. Which they're struggling to get in for next season by the looks of it.
Juve's got no cash now anyway, and they're going to be probably transfer banned or something with all of the allegations that are going on.
Correct.
So we're talking 65 million pounds. I mean, come on.
Yep. I mean, it's just got it is when we look at a creative midfielder or a centre back or whatever, you can name a list of people. Like, you could have a 3-person hit list to go for and say, okay, do you know what? Any of those 3 could possibly do the job in those positions. But for me, the striker, it's one and only. There is no alternative. There's no acceptance of anything. It's him. It's Dusan Vlahovic.
I don't think that's true. Could you tweet me those? Because what I heard is he refused Arsenal, and his agent actually made a comment or tweeted that there was only one London club that he was interested in. And we actually had agreed terms with his agent last summer or something like that.
That's also pre-Conte.
Right. No, I think this comment was after Conte came and so his agent said there's only one club in London that he wants to go to, and he wasn't in North London, so he wasn't talking about Chelsea.
This comment. If he refused us in the summer, that was pre-Conte. Now Conte's there. That changes the dynamics completely.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think he'd refuse us. I don't. And we could pay him their wages too. I mean, we're paying Tongi £250 million or £250,000 a week.
I was about to say 250 million. Bloody hell!
Feels like it. That's about the ROI we're getting on that investment, boy. I tell you what. So,
well, like I said, I'm only coming on for a quick one. I'll let Chris take over from me because I'm going to go back to being with the missus. But Will, your show on Sunday, I'll make sure that I'm there.
We're going live tomorrow night, 10 p.m. So
tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Yeah, no, I can't. Tomorrow after, yeah, 1,000,000,000%. I'll be there. 10 p.m. our time, yeah.
Yep, 10 p.m. our time.
I'm there.
Sounds
1,000,000,000%.
Right,
I'm going to go back and be with the wife. Always a pleasure to see you, Will. Chris, always a pleasure to see you, brother. Peace out, and as always, Levy out.
Levy out.
Has to be done.
What's up, Mr. Chris? Will? How you doing, man?
Not too bad, Will. Long time no see. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. Had a Thanksgiving holiday, with the family. Went and saw Mama Coates over the holidays, so yeah, it's good.
That's all good. I've seen that report about Vlahovic today, actually, Will. Apparently, Arsenal moved ahead of us just slightly in the race for him, but I doubt either of us will get him.
No, Arsenal won't get him. I think we'll get him. We better get him.
Yeah,
there's no reason we can't get him.
Well, I was seeing that thing about the reports about Paratici could be in trouble over his links in Juventus as well. So,
yeah, but I don't think Paratici is going to get any time for that, right? I mean, if you're doing a job, you're doing it underneath the company. It's not like you're an independent person, right? So the company should take legal responsibility for that, right? If he was doing it, now if he was doing it like without the company's knowledge, then I could see them taking individual terms on him. But if they're investigating him, it's usually involved with the club itself, right?
Yeah.
So it's only if he was doing it, outside of the club's.
If Vlahovic wants to go to Juventus, he might be playing Serie B football next season, then, wouldn't he? Because that's what they're reporting. That's what they're reporting. That's going to happen at the moment. That they could be the championship stripped away from them and then demoted to Serie B. So
yeah. Well, it's not like it's not happened before, so.
Yeah, I think history's repeating itself again, Will.
I mean, that's Italy for you. I mean, that's why people want to come to England, right?
Most corrupt league in the world, Serie A. But let's see what happens tomorrow against Brentford.
Yeah, the only people I see like beating us out for Vlahovic is City, United,
Chelsea, someone like that.
But Chelsea has a striker. They got Lukaku. I don't think they really need. I don't think that's an area they're looking to build on.
No, I think it's City mainly. City will probably be the main rivals.
Yeah, City's don't, maybe Liverpool, but that they don't really play in a system with a player like Vlahovic, so it's not really gonna benefit them. They would actually probably be more in for like a guy like Martinez, right, from Inter Milan.
I can't see him going to Liverpool anyway because when you've got Salah there and Firmino and Jota, so I can't see him going to Liverpool.
Yeah, Jota's been doing pretty good.
So I think we'll probably be the better option, but if the other North Londoners are sniff around him, that may just scupper us depending on if Levy pulls his hands out of his pocket or not.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going to go to Arsenal to play for Arteta?
That
with
is
no
true,
European football at all?
That is true, but as I say, it's all down to purse strings Levy.
Yeah, but I mean, there's more things to that than you're going to go play in a... Like, what is it with Arsenal players getting like assaulted, like robbed? Is Arsenal in that bad part of a town? Is there a training area in that bad part of London that they get?
Apparently, it was at his homes, and I know that's in the North London. It's that's quite a rich area where he lives as well. Actually,
yeah. So why? What is it about Arsenal players that they're always getting robbed?
Because they're too flash. They're too flash with their cash, mate. That's why.
I guess. I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
apparently they tried to take his Rolex and his car.
With a baseball bat.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the reports on that today. Isn't that the third or fourth Arsenal player in the last year?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's been a thing in the last 2 years. They've had like 4 or 5 guys that have gotten mugged. Like, what's going on with Arsenal?
I know, but I know Delhi got robbed in his house.
I thought that was Alderweireld.
No, it was Dele Alli, and his brother was there, and his girlfriend. They got his house got broken into while he was there.
Didn't Alderweireld get robbed too, or something like that? His house broken into?
Yeah, while he was in the Champions League duty, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny how it's always Arsenal players that get it, not ours, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe the Tottenham supporters in disguise.
Maybe. Or maybe they all work for Stan Kroenke, and he's going in there to try to get his money back.
Yeah. Sorry, I want my money back. You're not good enough. Get out. I want my money back.
Yo,
Josh is in here. I love that picture, dude.
cheers,
Mr.
man.
Josh.
Hello, Chris.
How do you, Josh? How's the little one, man?
Yeah, she comes home tomorrow, man. She's been transferred back to her local hospital.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Been a bit of a journey, mate, to be fair, to say the very least.
Yeah, well, thoughts on that with you and your missus and the little one, man.
Mate, don't worry about me. Thoughts and love go out to Bob, man. Like,
Yeah,
my situation's nothing on that.
Yeah, and Bob, if you're out there, mate, thoughts and prayers and condolences out there to you, mate.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, and just to touch on the whole Arsenal players getting robbed, it happened to Harry Kane as well. Remember, his house got broken into.
Oh yeah, they swiped his Range Rover.
Yeah. The problem is it's where Tottenham is a rough area. North London's a rough area. So you've got Bruce Grove, you've got Tottenham itself,
You've got Edmonton,
Seven Sisters, Edmonton.
Yeah.
They're all rough areas. The problem is the training grounds and the players' houses are too close to a rough area, so they're gonna go to the posh areas to rob people.
Yeah, they're all up in Barnet and Collier and all those areas, aren't they? So they're getting swiped.
Collindale and all that, but like, yeah.
Yeah, they're getting swiped.
Yeah, but I mean, these are like getting your house broken into. That's one thing, right? Because you could just have security systems and do all that stuff, and insurance usually covers that. But to actually get physically attacked, like on the street, there's only been Arsenal players that have tried to been carjacked twice, like while they're in the car.
Yeah, I think Ozil was the other one, wasn't he?
Yeah, Ozil, and he was with somebody else. Now Gomez.
I think
it was Ozil and Martial, right, or something like that. Or
I think it was Kashani. No, Kashani. What is it? And Ozil together.
Yeah.
And then you got the likes of everyone in Manchester getting attacked by a football player, Joey Barton.
Yeah.
Oh, Joey Barton. Who?
But,
Joey Barton, Mr. Violence.
Yeah. Ozil at the supermarket? No, maybe.
The truth sets free. What's wrong with Bob? Unfortunately, Bob lost his father this morning, early hours of this morning. So him and his 3 brothers were at his hospital bedside, and he passed away peacefully, might I add, in his sleep, early hours this morning. So there is a fundraiser in the description down below that is, to raise money for the funeral costs and stuff like that. So I mean, if you're thinking about, even if you're contemplating coming to mine, don't worry about mine for now. Go to Bob's. Contribute towards Bob's needs, because that's more important right this second.
Yep. Great.
Yep. And I think last time I checked, they were right around £1,000. So they're about a third of the way there. It's probably more than that now.
Halfway there now.
Let's see.
They're sitting at 1,153 from a £3,000 goal. Yeah, so they're just under halfway.
Yeah, it's almost halfway. Let's get them there. 37 donations in the first couple hours.
A massive 500 being dropped by someone as well.
Yeah, an anonymous donor, £500. Greatly appreciated. A lot of other good pounds, £20.
Just keep those donations
50,
rolling
80,
in.
30.
Yeah.
So whatever you can do, even £5. There's a lot of guys in there with £5.
Yeah, myself being one of them.
Just go ahead and do that. Chris
Even if it's a couple of quid. I mean, we all know that times are tough now, obviously with COVID and stuff.
Yeah, and I think Bob he's been not working. I think he's been working some of the time and not working some of the time too. So I'm sure it's pretty tight. When you're not in a job for the larger part of 2 years, right? So, not to mention Bob's own health struggles that he's had, so he hasn't been able to work for a lot of that time. So, but if you can help out and do that, the link is in the description of the video below. Dietrich says Liverpool's already scored. The game just started, dude. Like a minute ago.
Liverpool
4 minutes
firing
ago.
again.
Who scored for Liverpool?
Who cares?
Because I play fantasy football. That's why.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
I got Jota and Salah, and it had to be Mane. Jota and Salah on my squad this week, and neither of them have scored.
Leicester. Yeah, Southampton are 2-1 up against Leicester. Wolves are drawing with Burnley. Watford are drawing with Chelsea. West Ham are 1-0 up against Brighton. Everton, Liverpool are 1-0 up against Everton, and Villa and City is still 0-0.
Yeah.
I don't get how many midweek fixtures this week, man.
Well, it's that time, right? They're going to be rolling thick and fast every 2 or 3 days, right? So,
ideally, we want Brighton and West Ham to be drawing. Ideally, that would be an ideal situation for us, really, wouldn't it?
It's one game, man. It's not going to make the blind bit of difference.
Yeah, but Josh, they don't drop points. It does us a little bit of a favour because
this form won't last forever, man. Once they drop out of Europe, this form's going to die off for West Ham.
Technically, after the Burnley shaft job, when they decided to call the game off for 45 minutes before kickoff, it's actually done us a favour because now we've got a game in hand.
yeah,
So
we actually have 2. Or if our match tomorrow doesn't get canceled again,
I don't think that one will because at least we can manage our stadium.
yeah. But I mean, if it's, I guess there may be things that may be heated, which it would be silly to not have a heated pitch if we're able to pull it off and have an NFL stadium right underneath it. There's no reason why you couldn't heat it from underneath, right? So
that's what I don't get about this country, man. Every other countries like America and Canada, like a bit of snow and they carry on like nothing's ever happened. We get an inch of snow and the whole country goes on gridlock.
yeah, I mean, there are parts of the country in the United States where that normally don't get snow that aren't set up for it. But any city who gets regular snow, they have a whole system of.
Yeah, we get it quite regularly every year, especially the north of England. The north of England gets it all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I mean, I live in central, and it's just too humid to get anything down here.
Yeah,
this is what I mean. Like,
yeah, it's just like for me, it's like especially if you're up north and you're trying to grow grass, in the wintertime anyway, which isn't an easy task. Let me tell you, as someone who's kind of a yard fanatic, or garden fanatic, if you're from the UK, it's gonna have to be at a certain temperature. You're looking at least 50 degrees Fahrenheit, so what is that? 10 degrees Celsius. So
might be a little bit less than that. I don't know. It depends what the Fahrenheit conversion is.
Yeah, I think you double it and then you add 30. So 10 plus 10 is 20 plus 30 is 50. So it should be about 10 degrees Celsius. So the grass needs around that temperature to really continue to grow. So if you're able to grow grass year long on that pitch, if they're not turned into, dirt riddled messes, you should be able to handle keeping snow off of it, unless it's just coming down so hard that you can't keep it off.
Yeah.
But AstroTurf, Aaron Dove says just get AstroTurf. Well, AstroTurf's actually come a long way. We do a lot of turf here in the US, but it's definitely not good to play on.
It's harder to drain as well. If you get a waterlogged pitch, it's very hard to drain AstroTurf.
It depends on how it's built. The great thing about AstroTurf is that you can actually put grates underneath it, and so because it's laid on top of concrete. So if you're building it smartly, you actually have like a French drain system that runs in strips along the pitch, and you can allow it to drain out and go. not everybody does that. They just build it on straight on concrete slabs, and then water can pool in spaces, especially over time. Concrete will start to sag, and you'll get spots on the pitch that'll pool up with water. But that's just if it was built poorly.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, Will, right? We got to remember one thing. Burnley knew about Storm Arwin, which hit us over the weekend. Yeah, they still didn't bother covering their pitch up with their pitch covers.
Right, it's all a conspiracy. I think they purposely tried to get the game called off, but again, this is the FA have got to ask some serious questions.
Also, too, I guess with our pitch so ours, when we retract it, it goes into the car park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they could just pull it out.
Yeah.
Let it snow, and then it says it's taken 20 minutes to set it up, right? So 50 minutes before the game, you just roll it out.
Yeah, but they didn't even bother covering their pitch up the night before. They knew the storm was coming, and they just totally blindsided, ignored it, and then the snow came down the next day.
Yeah,
but they all knew that. I think they actually knew what was going to happen, and they have 5 players injured, but they're 5 of their top players injured. So it looks a bit suspicious, doesn't it?
Ah, they kind of did it on purpose.
One of their players we're heavily linked with, apparently.
Yeah, Tarkovsky, isn't it?
Tarkovsky, yeah.
Yeah, the centre back.
Yep. Not exactly an upgrade, but
I don't know if that's necessarily true unless they pulled the pitch covers off pretty soon, because I saw pictures of the pitch, the grass covered in snow, not covered.
They didn't put the covers on, Will. They didn't have them on at all. But they knew the night before the storm was going to hit.
Yeah.
So it's
it's all a massive conspiracy.
People want some Christmas music here.
Christmas music. Ain't it too early for the Christmas music yet?
Yeah, Die Hard soundtrack.
There we go. We can play some Christmas music.
But yeah, anyways, like Brentford's going to be a tough game.
Yes, it's not going to be easy.
Not at all.
This is for Cody Mack. Cody Mack, this one goes for you.
Here we come, a caroling among the leaves so green. Here we come, a wandering so fair to
Right, this is where I dip. Nah.
And
Come on, bar humbug, man.
Shamu and Cody Mack. Cody Mack's like, boo. This is a YouTube streamer remix or something like that.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Well, this is a very interesting conversation about Tottenham Brentford.
Yeah, well, this is how my streams normally go.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, there's not a lot to talk about, but we do have a match tomorrow. And this is a pre-match show. Lineup wise, Alistair Gold seems to be under the impression that we'll probably go with about the same lineup that we were gonna go for Burnley. If we do that, are you guys happy with that?
Nope.
Not really. But
I'm not going to be happy with the lineup until January when we get those transfers in. If we get those transfers in.
If we get those transfers in.
We have to sign 3 players. If we don't sign 3 players this window, we're done for.
Yep.
Write the season off.
I agree.
And do you know, Will? And do you know what one player I'm getting sick of hearing about is Tanguy Ndombele. Oh, look how fit he's got. Sick of this guy, man, for real.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're not doing anything anyway.
I swear to God, though, Will, everybody's been slating me for slagging off Tanguy. Yeah,
I'm not slating you.
No, I've been slated enough because I've slated Tanguy.
There's no streamer that I've seen except for maybe Stell who's been slated as much as I've been.
Oh, I got slated quite a lot.
Oh, I don't know. I've got some quite controversial opinions that I've been called out about.
What you talking about the Harry Kane comments?
Yeah, I'd be glad to see Harry Kane leave. I'd be glad.
I wouldn't be upset to see Harry Kane leave. I've said that a couple times. I've gotten a lot of heat for that too. We actually did a whole debate. It's actually up. People want to go watch it in the channel. It's I've clipped out just the Harry Kane debate, and you can go watch. It's like an hour long. It was
I'm
pretty-
not
pretty
sure.
hardcore.
I'm not sure about Harry Kane, though. To be honest with you, if he leaves us, he leaves us. He doesn't. He doesn't. But at the end of the day, yeah, we've still got worse players in this squad than him.
Yeah, a lot of people owe Bob an apology too. I mean, Bob had like a lot of Bob caught a lot of heat for telling people that we had a worse off squad this season than we did last season, and
To be fair, I
people
think we
caught a
have.
lot of crap about that. I agree with Bob.
To be honest with you, I agree with Bob 100% on that. We have got a worse squad.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
100% agree. Well, I got slated Will constantly, yeah, for slating Tanga, yeah, but I don't care. My opinions on Tanga is still the same. He's overrated and he's lazy.
Yeah.
Simple as that. For me, he's just too lazy. Doesn't want to run. Doesn't give a shit about the team because he's getting 250 grand a week.
Liverpool were 2-0 up.
Who scored the second one? I haven't seen the update come across yet.
It was Jordan Henderson that scored the first one,
Yeah.
and Mo Salah scored the second one.
Thank goodness.
Mo Salah again. Mr. Golden Boot this year, I
Good
think.
deal. Up to 20 points now.
Mr. Golden Boot
That's
himself, Salah,
embarrassing
yeah.
for Benitez, isn't it? That's embarrassing for Benitez. He gets sacked after tonight, I think.
Dude, what's been up with Antonio and Ben Rama lately? They've both been playing and neither of them have scored in weeks.
No, it's always been other people.
Yeah.
Their goals are drying up now.
But I mean, like, both those guys were on fire. I need to get rid of Ben Rama in my fantasy team. It's just that, for his price,
This is where you probably see
6.2,
West Ham
he
side
was-
slip.
he hasn't scored since game week 10.
What was Antonio's last goal against us?
And then before that, he hadn't scored since game week 5. But before that, he was scoring goal after goal after goal after goal. Antonio hasn't scored since Spurs.
Probably. Yeah, funny that he only scores against us.
That was game week 9.
It's Spursy, mate. That's what it is. It's Spursy.
Yep.
But I mean, how's our defense looking up until Christmas or up until New Year? I guess Romero being out.
It's going to be
Good
dire.
stuff.
Mate. It's going to be terrible.
Dyer and Sanchez probably again. Or Dyer and Rodon, one of the two.
Yeah, and then I mean, you're looking at, another international break that just.
Yeah, international break that seems to us every single time, Will.
Yeah, it does.
Because all the time we come back with a player or two injured. The shit show, I don't care if he's injured.
This is the biggest one, though.
Yeah, I mean, he was the only player that we really signed that was helpful, that was helping really, to give us some kind of, support in that back line, and now it's gone.
Yeah, Romero's a big blow for us.
Yeah, till January. That's mad. Well, it's at least January, isn't it? It's not even just January. It's at least January.
He said at least January, maybe early February. So, well, Conte said it today. 2021's done for Romero. So, what can we hope for now in the next few games? We've got Brentford, Norwich, next two.
Well, I mean, those should be wins, even with, right? But when you're losing to Mora.
Yeah. Well, I've tried to forget that game, to be honest with you.
I can't forget it. I cannot forget it when people talk such crap and saying that our second squad is so good. Right? And those we didn't say that. Yes, you did. Right? I don't want to go out. I don't want to do a compilation. But if people push me, I will. I will go and clip every person from June until September. And I'll just make a compilation from all the different people, the big player. Oh, it's a 9 out of 10 transfer window, 7 out of 10. Woo, let's go. Come on. Yeah. And then we lose 2-1 to a squad who has a lower transfer value than every MLS team in the United States. So you're telling us that we would have lost to an MLS team on Thursday? Is that what you're telling? That an MLS squad is higher quality than our second string, our B squad? Then let's go out and buy an MLS team and bring every player over. I mean, come on.
Well, that's I've tried to forget. The more I came after that. After that horrendous showing they put, and it's a fifth-rate Farmers team. I'm not saying nothing. I just want to forget about it. I downed a half a bottle of Jack Daniels on the Friday night just to forget about it.
This squad has literally only been in existence since 2012, right?
There you go.
2012.
So 9 years.
Most MLS squads have at least 20 years on them in history.
9 years.
Well, something that Stelios put on Twitter made me laugh. He went, anybody else fancy forming a football team? By my calculations, we can beat Spurs in 9 years. Fantastic.
Well, Josh probably our second-rate team. We probably could.
Yeah. Hey, Bryce, I said the exact same thing. 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
10. Yeah, Romero, because we got Romero and
Emerson.
I don't know why. I'm serious. I'm gonna have to go back and watch my streams because I don't know where people are getting off that I said Emerson was a bad signing. Now, I said he may have had shit games because he did. His first couple of appearances for Spurs were horrible.
Yeah, because he was playing as a right back and not a right wing back.
Right.
Yeah. Our position.
But every match that he's played well, I've said he's played well. So I don't slate players for no reason. I don't have agendas.
He's good at getting forward, but it's just his final ball is just
it's awful. He can't cross.
Doherty's good at getting forward though.
Doherty, I don't even want to talk about Doherty. I don't even want to talk about Doherty after Thursday. To be fair, he's another one.
Go watch him for Ireland, mate. Go watch him for Ireland and tell me you can't do the same as what Emerson can.
Yeah, but the thing is, well, after Thursday's shock show again, Josh, I don't want him. He's another one of the players that I would actually happy to see go out the door.
Well,
yeah, but when I'm doing these players, look, you can't use international duty because one, you have to look at the level of competition that they're playing against. Two, you have to look.
Portugal.
Yeah, okay, Portugal is a thing, but is he doing that consistently? Right? Does he have one good match? Everybody's got one good match in him.
He pocketed Ronaldo.
Yeah, we all know that he had a great season at Wolves, second best defender or right back in the league behind Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? So I mean, yeah, we know Doherty can play, right? It's just, is he doing it for us? No,
definitely not.
And that's because our midfield is horrible.
Our midfield is non-existent.
And our front three, with the exception of Son, don't pressure the ball.
More of the headless chicken.
Mora, when he's in, he'll pressure the ball too. But there's nobody, Harry Kane doesn't do any work defensively to try to win the ball back in transition.
He's proved that he can't do it.
So people call out to, he's set pieces. He has, okay, yeah, set pieces. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. He's a striker. Don't you think a striker has sense on where the ball's going to come in and into the box? Sure. So he gets in good positions and he wins headers in the box. Great. Right. When's he going to do that in transition? Right. When we turn the ball over in midfield, when is he going to track back, put it in a tackle on somebody?
We haven't got the supply to do it.
Go on, Chris. You said?
We haven't got the supply to do it. Since we lost the Ericsson role, we haven't got that player to transition the ball. He's that well in movement is well and truly gone.
I'm not talking about offensively transition. I'm talking about the transition from offense to defense, right? So if you look at Liverpool, the reason why they are as successful as they are is because they win the ball back high up the pitch, right? In their offensive third, in the midfield, right? And then they immediately transition to an attack. Whereas for us, it's one ball over the top and we're done. You just can't.
That's true. And then we got Eric Dyer trying to ping that long ball.
Well, I mean, we're giving the opposition enough time and space to play that long ball in behind.
Yeah.
The question
is, there's no press, immediate press.
We're sitting here saying that, since we lost Ericsson, Harry Kane hasn't had that supply. Where was the supply last season then? Because we didn't have Ericsson then.
Yeah, but Josh, at the same time, if you see the succession rate, Harry Kane was he was the one providing and top goal scorer as well. He was the top provider and top goal scorer for our team.
Okay, so what's gone wrong?
Harry Kane just don't give a shit. You could see it quite clearly in his play.
That's
actually,
now do you think why I want rid?
He just don't give a shit. You can see his attitude still. It's still up and down where he's like, "Do I really want to be here?"
That's why I wouldn't be opposed to seeing the back of him. I'd happily see him leave. I hate this narrative that people push, this mob mentality that Harry Kane must be protected at all costs. No, 13 weeks he's had an opportunity to prove himself, and 13 weeks he's consecutively failed. He scored 1 goal in the Premier League in 13 games.
You're not going to get an argument from me.
Not even 13 goals. I think he missed the first 3, didn't he? So 10 weeks. 10 weeks he's had to score a goal. He scored 1.
No, he only missed 1 match.
No, there's 1 match he missed.
Yeah, the first
match. So he's had 12 weeks.
He's
had 12 weeks. If he doesn't score tomorrow, it's 13 games. 13 Premier League games where he hasn't scored a goal. He was bagging goals left, right and centre last season. What went wrong? I'll tell you what went wrong. Because the Man City move flopped. His mentality's gone boom. It doesn't exist no more.
He's been down to him. It's obvious. I said it after his first 5 minutes on the pitch. People call me mad. Tin hat crazy. Well,
you don't trust the team. That's what it is. He doesn't trust the actual club itself.
If being right is tin hat crazy, I'll be tin hat crazy.
When the fuck
day.
did Harry? Sorry for swearing. When the hell did Harry Kane care about the team? The guy's always played for himself. He's the most greediest player on the ball.
Yeah, but Josh, what I'm saying is not the team; it's the club itself. From the owners upwards, the ones who.
Which is why I would happily see him leave. We don't want to see Levy leave.
Apparently, we was told he had that great gentleman's agreement, whatever bullshit that was.
And on paper, it doesn't count.
And on the paper, it doesn't count. But according to Harry Kane, he said he was told he can leave, and he got shafted by Daniel Levy. So now, in a way, you can see it's probably Harry Kane shafting the team on purpose, thinking if you want to shaft me, I'm going to shaft you.
Sorry, someone just said, "Can you stop eating?" So I didn't realise I was crunching like that. I'm eating peanuts.
I'm wearing headphones too, and I can't hear it either. So
I can't hear it.
Peanuts. I'm sorry.
You got some good headphones, mildly mediocre.
Is that my boy,
DJ Kane?
No, I'm hearing too much hate on Harry Kane. Josh, explain yourself.
You explain yourself, Dietrich. That's what we want.
Let me explain.
Okay, go ahead.
Harry Kane has scored 1 goal in 13 Premier League games.
Okay, think about it this way. It's like Harry Kane is like a Ferrari. If you go like 200 miles an hour for 1 year, the next year is going to break down. And that's what's happening.
Hasn't been the case.
No, it is. But if you look at him,
analogy.
Okay, let's push that narrative. Okay?
Yeah.
Harry Kane's a Ferrari. Once he breaks down, you have to keep repairing him. Then he breaks down again, and to the point you have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
No, it's
you gotta
like
sell it.
Get rid of Harry Kane.
No, man, chill.
It's high maintenance, dude. Ferrari's high maintenance.
How can you disrespect this? Like 6 years, he gives us like what?
Screw the 6 years. He's not doing anything this season.
It's not
Look, memories last about 5 minutes in football, my friend.
No. It's not like Son is doing anything. The guy looks tired too. Let's stop this right now.
Okay, how many goals does Son have?
I don't care about. Okay, Kane is the top scorer at Spurs. What's your point?
No, he's not.
In the Europa League, bro.
Okay, there you go.
Not in the Conference League.
Okay, did he score?
Yeah.
Did Son?
How many minutes does Son have in the Conference League compared to Kane?
Okay, when is the last time Son scored a goal in the Premier League?
Last time Son scored.
Newcastle, I believe it was.
Or Newcastle? Which one was it?
Let me see.
I believe it was Newcastle last time he scored.
And Kane scored versus Newcastle too. What's your point?
Yeah, but Dietrich at the same time, he's
Villa.
Harry
1 goal he scored.
Last time Villa was last time.
Yeah, so it's not like
Son scored, and that was Newcastle. He scored Newcastle, Villa, Arsenal, Watford, and Man City.
Yeah, that's not. I'm sorry, but he's not doing like everyone's tired at the moment. Let's just patience, guys. Patience.
I think the
patience is. I think Dietrich, man, listen. I think the patience is starting to run out with Harry Kane. This is the problem with a lot of the supporters. The patience, they've given him that time from all that bullshit that he was going to go to Manchester City, and I think the patience with him has actually started to run thin. That's what the issue with Harry Kane is.
That's true.
That's that Dietrich's listen, man.
Yeah.
For real, yeah. For me, I'm actually losing my patience with Harry Kane because he's not giving 100% to the club like he used to. He's not, and you can see it on him when he plays. His head's always down. His head's not up. His head's always down on the eyes, on the ground.
Chris, I 100% agree with you, but it's not like he's getting any service, and that's pretty annoying. If you're a striker, no, wait.
Neither is Son then.
No,
But
if
Son's
you're
got 4
yeah,
goals
true,
and 2
but
assists.
even
He
if
was
you're a
Son or Lucas.
striker, that's the most annoying part when nobody gives you the ball. That's the most annoying part.
So wait,
As a
wait. So
striker.
that excuse doesn't work for Son, who's got 4 goals
No,
and
no,
2
it works.
assists.
No, it's for no, but for Son, it's the same thing. At the moment, he's not playing well too.
How's he not playing well?
No, at the moment, I'm saying no. Start of the season, he was amazing. Now you can see the guy's getting tired, and it's normal.
I mean,
I don't
Son's
know.
had
It sounds
4
like- it sounds like
games
you're-
without an
it sounds like
attacking
you're
return.
defending-
Sorry.
It sounds like you're defending Kane without any evidence to back it up.
No, the only evidence I can tell you, like, I can see the guy doesn't want to stay at Spurs. That's a fact. But he's not getting any service.
He
So that's-
definitely doesn't want to stay. You can tell.
And he doesn't want to stay. That's
Is
Okay,
he getting
well, explain
more
to
or
me.
less service than he got this time last season?
No, last season you can tell that he was like a Rolls Royce player. Now he's just sick and tired of this club. And you can't
He's-
blame
He's a,
him.
he's a,
Okay,
he's a
so if he's
Nissan
sick and
Micra.
tired, does that give him an excuse to not play? Is it his best?
Well, it's like when you go to your job and you're sick and tired. Of course you're
I
gonna
agree.
stop
I gave
working.
that exact same analogy. If
Yeah.
you remember, after the first 5 minutes he played, you were on the stream.
Yeah, but he has to shut up and start playing and give
Right,
him
but what I'm saying is he's not. Right, he's not.
And this is where the fans' frustration has started to kick in.
Honestly, the day I'll turn against Kane is when we get all the players and he's still playing like shit. Then I'll agree with you. He needs to go. Now I'll wait.
And for
Yeah,
people
but
who are
they-
pulling out this narrative that Kane is our number 1 goal scorer because he scored a hat trick against a team that we just lost 2-2-1, that has a whole squad value of £7 million,
No, I'm taking.
is ridiculous. You're just
No,
being dumb now.
No, I'm taking. That's David's argument every time. Just take
Right,
it
but
out.
I mean, you're being dumb. If you're using that as your
I always
argument,
criticise him for that. I always criticise David for that.
Yeah,
That's Mickey Mouse. That's Mickey Mouse territory. Those goals do not count. That's like playing friendlies, bro. That's
Yeah,
like,
I know.
yeah, and I have.
And we
It's,
lost
it's just
with-
like me saying I have the biggest pecker
and we lost
because I have
with-
the biggest pecker in this house.
Okay, and we lost.
Too much information.
And we lost Thursday against them. You see it?
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Okay, Kane may have scored against them on Thursday, but apart from what that he done on Thursday, what else did he do?
Yeah, it's true.
Because DJ, look, you know. Listen, when I say something, I say it in a joke, but I say it in a serious way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like for Kane, for this season, for me, he hasn't shown nothing to warrant that 150 odd million pound price tag that he thinks he's worth.
yeah, that's true. I agree.
He has not showed nothing for me to say he's worth that money. If somebody offered 80 million or 94 million for me in January, I think we should take it. But
No, and
that's just my opinion.
No, I agree. I agree the fans' perspective, but you need to think about it too. Like Conte came at Spurs, the main reason was Harry Kane.
Yeah, but
And he even said it.
Conte's still not getting a tune out of him, though, is he? Conte's still
main reason
trying
was
to get.
that, mate. Wasn't Harry Kane? It was that.
No,
He
no,
ain't
it
gonna
was
shoot
Kane.
at
20 million
was it?
pounds for 18 months.
No, even said Kane.
That's a million. That's more than £1 million a month, man.
Who said Kane? Who said Kane?
Conte said he
Yeah, PR stunt, mate. Do you honestly think he's going to somehow say, "Oh, I came here for the money"? Really? Do you think he's going to say that publicly to the fan base?
No,
Of course
he
he ain't.
wouldn't. No, he wouldn't
Yeah.
do that. Conte wouldn't do that. I promise you he wouldn't.
He's had to say the players. He's come for certain players. He ain't gonna exactly come out and say shoot himself in the foot. Say, "Yeah, I'm here for the money and money only." Am I?
At the end of the day, we need Conte more than Conte needs us.
100%.
Yeah, 100.
Definitely agree.
But
100% on that.
We'd be stupid to sack him.
No, he's gonna leave.
Look,
In
I
February,
can see.
he's gonna...
I can see Conte by the end of the summer saying, "You know what? I've had enough of this. I'm out the door. I want to salvage my
He'll
reputation."
go United, mate. He'll go United. Trust me.
Well, I've seen Mancini might be up, might be that
No,
one going to there, mate.
Mancini won't leave the Italy job, mate.
No, I don't think.
Uh,
I don't think
Not
Conte's
before the World
gonna.
Cup. Not before the World Cup next year.
I think he may because they're struggling because Italy actually struggling to qualify for the World Cup. So I think you might see Mancini out the door sooner than later.
So let's put it this way.
Qualifiers are over, bro.
Let's put it this way. So in this, Son is playing 89% of the minutes in the Premier League. Right, it's 4 goals and
Yeah.
1 assist. Right, he's played less than 30% of the minutes in the Conference League.
Mhm.
He's only been in the starting 11 20% of the time. Right, Harry Kane has played.
What is it 4 out of the 5 Europe conferences he's played?
Yeah, and Everton scored.
He's played 73% of the minutes in the Conference League. and he has 4 goals and 1 assist.
Yeah, the hat trick against Borough first leg.
So he's played in the Premier League. He's played 85% of the minutes. He has 1 goal and 1 assist. He has 1 goal in a Carabao Cup, and he had 2 goals in a qualifier, which Son never even played any of the UECL qualifiers. Not a single one. He didn't have a single appearance. So Kane's two of Kane's goals came in the qualifying, that very first match that we ever played.
Well, Paco de Ferreira.
And then, so he's got 6 goals in the Conference League, 1 goal in the Prem, and 1 goal in that. So that's 8 goals total. Mm-hmm. So he's got 1 more goal than Son, and people are using this as a stat when he's done. Son's done all of his business in the Premier League, and Harry Kane's done his against Mickey Mouse Club.
No. Wait.
Come on now.
No, wait. I'm not slating Son. I like Son. I'm just saying, don't be unfair, because I know there's a little bit of bias with you. Son,
there's no bias.
No,
I'm the least biased person ever.
No, it's Son.
I just want to make a point.
I'm not biased against Son. When Son has a bad game, I say he has a bad game. But the facts of the matter is he's our best attacker in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, but that's not a wow thing. Like, look.
How can you value Harry Kane at £150 million if he's got 1 goal in 13 games?
I never valued Kane at 150. No, he's like worth like what, 70 million? I never worth.
Not even that.
108. He's worth now.
Right.
He's worth 135 in the summer.
Aaron Dubs left an interesting comment, but he's still banging in quality goals for England, regardless of the opposition. His goals have been class. Okay.
Yeah, it plays better.
My point is,
they've been against shit opposition, right?
Yeah. My point is Harry Kane has scored against Mickey Mouse clubs.
Yeah. So Harry Kane's bagging goals in against tin pot countries.
Okay, but Josh, you forgot.
Can I finish my point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Harry Kane's banging goals in left, right, and centre against poor opposition in the World Cup qualifiers, right? Yeah. Matt Dockett he has 4 man of the match appearances for Ireland against teams better than Ireland, and he's still shit. What is his fan base? Why is his fan base so divided about what players are good and what not?
Can I tell my point quick? With Kane, he's playing with better players. That's why he's scoring so many goals. With Doherty, I didn't watch the games, and I still think he's shit.
Harry Kane gets dispossessed so easily. Right? Look how many times he got dispossessed against Mora. Easily. He got dispossessed a handful of times. And
look at the team. We had Matt Doherty. We had the worst team on the pitch. Look at Sanchez. That's why we lost. It's not because of Harry Kane. We lost.
But we also had Harry Kane on the pitch. We also had Son on the pitch. We also had Mora. Get 1 goal. Wow. Well done. That's what you expect from a fucking striker in a Conference League.
Yeah, but he still scored. He did his job.
Well, let's put it this way.
World class, man.
When you're talking about goal participation, right? Not because then when you add in goal participation, that's goals and assists, right? Harry Kane for the squad this season, right, in all competitions, is at he's at 18%. 18% in Premier League and only 45% in the Conference League. Son is 45% of goals come through Son this season in the Premier League, and 31% come through Son in the Conference League. Because he has assists. He has a goal and an assist in Conference League.
Yeah. What's your point?
That everyone needs to stop protecting.
You need to stop saying Son's not doing anything when most of our goals, right? The highest goal participator for our squad this season is by far Son Heung-min.
Okay, last games, did he do anything? Did he do something against Everton? No. Same thing with Kane.
Okay, so that's like saying, it's like saying, boom, you were late for school. Well, he was late too.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say.
That doesn't say give you a reason for why you can be late.
No, but I'm trying to say, like, stop slating only Kane. They have to be both slated. That's my point. You guys are being unfair with Kane.
Unfair.
Yeah, you guys are.
Why? What's unfair about it?
It's just the start of the season. Like, if you
Dude,
tell
it's
me,
not the start of the season. A
No,
third of the
it's-
season's gone, man.
if he keeps this form until the end of the season,
If he keeps his form to the end of the season,
We can't afford
should've-
it. We can't afford to.
I'll flip my. I will
Yeah.
lose my shit.
that is no. When at the end of the season, if it keeps going, then
You,
Kane needs
you
to go.
scored one goal.
But there's no sign of it improving though, Dietrich. This is what we're saying.
We
There's
don't
no
know.
sign of
We
it
don't know.
improving.
We still have January. Just wait, guys. Just wait.
We've
If we
waited long
get-
enough. We've waited since August, man. Come
A
on.
striker.
Real talk.
Striker
This-
scores one goal in a season. He's off. He's sold. Right. He's
Yeah,
This is
sold.
like Vincent Janssen territory. Where he scores one goal the whole season. Come on, Dietrich.
Okay, look.
Look,
No,
he's
please look at Cody
he's-
Max.
No,
comment.
listen.
Yeah,
Listen, Dietrich, yeah? Right
Yeah.
now, he came back in August. Okay, he did play the
No,
first game.
show me one
Like,
time. Hold on. Show me one time in Suns history where he's not scored. He scored one goal in 13 matches in the Premier League. Show me one time. It's never
Yeah,
happened. So don't say we would have flushed Sun for a run like this, Cody Mack. It doesn't happen. Even in Sun's very first season, he didn't go 13 matches with one goal.
But he didn't start well.
It doesn't matter if he didn't start well.
There you
Okay.
go.
This isn't the middle. This isn't the prime of his career. 13 matches with one goal. It's not happened, Cody Mack. Show me one period where he went 13 matches without a goal, where he hasn't been fit. Where he's been fit. Show me one stretch of 13 games where Son hasn't scored.
It's all well and good. And also, Tony, it's also, if we flush players for having bad runs like this, we would have flushed Son a bunch of times. Yeah, but Son's had probably 1 or 2 games, not 12 consecutive Premier League games. Jesus, where?
No, there's never been a period in Son's career where he's gone 13 matches with one goal in top flight competition.
Guys always scored. That's what I'm saying. I hate this
Because
mob
he's
mentality where
playing
people
the
say
matches. Right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about being on the pitch. Whether he's
It doesn't-
actually fit or not, it doesn't matter. If you could show me a time, I don't even think that you could take Son's injuries. He doesn't get injured that often. I don't even think you could take him missing 5 weeks for injury and still missing 13 weeks with one goal. I don't think it happens. It doesn't happen. You can't show me it. So I don't want to hear this. Oh, Harry Kane. 13 fucking games. One goal.
And when he does have the ball as well, he gets dispossessed a hell of a lot easier. His own fault. His own fault. Kane is the reason for his own downfall. His own demise.
No, that's not true. No, wait.
It is true.
11
It is
appearances
some fault.
right now. Currently at 11
No,
appearances.
Josh. I won't give you that one. That's not true. That's not true.
It is true.
Purple patch for Son is like 3 or 4 games. Son's on a purple patch right now. Yes, a purple patch for Son is 3 or 4 weeks without a goal or an assist, right? But Son has never gone 11 appearances with one goal.
That's not fair.
Never.
It's not fair, guys. It's not
It
fair.
is fair.
No, it's not. Imagine playing with all shit players around you. Of course you're gonna be shit. The team is even worse.
But hold on. That's not what you were saying during the transfer window, Dietrich. It was
No,
a great
no, no,
transfer
no.
window. But now all of a sudden, Will's right about the team being shit.
No, wait. I said the transfers were decent. I never said the team was good.
The transfers weren't even decent.
They are decent for the future, not now. That's why it's called the future.
What future?
When we bought those players, it's for like 5 years they might be world class, but not for now.
5 years? So you want me
Why
to
are we
wait
doing that?
5 years?
But that's not my vision. That was Paratici and
no, that's
Levy's
called
vision.
dumb vision.
But that's Levy's vision. I'm sorry, that's his vision.
Jesus, I wonder why I've got a nicotine addiction. It's because of conversations like this. It just keeps so rifled up.
Yeah, I agree. I don't agree with it, but that's how it is. I'm sorry, guys. That's how it is.
At the end of the day, I'm loyal to a club. I'm not loyal to a player, right? If my team ain't performing well, you want to
Exactly
start weeding out the deadwood. At the moment, Harry Kane is part of the deadwood, alongside the likes of Eric Dyer, alongside the likes of Harry Winks, alongside the likes of Dele Alli, because he's not doing his fucking job as a striker. Yeah, and when he does have the opportunities, he loses the ball so easily. As a striker, as someone that we've seen constantly for the past couple seasons, been able to muscle his way through players, he's now just half-assed. It's half-assed. His mind's not in it. If you don't want to play for the club, leave. Simple as that. Leave. Submit a transfer request. Stop wasting my time.
Cody's on this kick now that like if we didn't have Kane, we would have no Conte.
It's true. It's true.
Okay, but we don't. So is Harry Kane an elf on a shelf now? Just having his shirt hang up in the dressing room means that the club can get people. Come on now, football's not one player, and we got one player who's not even playing.
Okay, let me ask you why Mourinho loved Harry Kane. There's a reason. I look at it last season.
Harry Kane was amazing.
He has to love Harry Kane because we've only got one fucking striker in the whole club.
And that's why this. And that's why this season is
Harry
not playing
Kane has been amazing, right? An amazing player last season, an amazing player the season before that, an amazing player the season before that, an amazing player the season before that, amazing player for the season before that. He's been absolute horseshit this season. That's all I'm saying. And if he continues to be horseshit, he needs to be sold. Period. End of. Clip it, quote it. Right? Just because you were good for 6 seasons in the past doesn't mean we don't have a reason to sell you now if that form has gone off a freaking cliff. This isn't even a down tool. This is driving your car off the freaking cliff. Right? January 13th, 2021 to April 4th, 2021, someone scored 2 goals. How many matches was that?
That's like 8 games.
Okay. It's not 13. It's not
11.
No,
I don't know. I just guess. Is it 8 games? Is it how many it is? Is it 10 games?
January 13th, 2021, games? April 4th. Let me look.
But that's besides the point. He's not a striker. He's a left winger.
Doesn't matter, but even still, that's a better record than what Kane's on right now. He's on 11 appearances with 1 goal.
With the shit squad.
1 goal, 1 assist.
So I'll even throw the assist in there. It doesn't matter if he has a shit squad or not. It doesn't matter. The guy is meant to be world class. He's supposed to be able to carry a team on his shoulders, like everyone keeps saying.
But it's not possible to do that for 2 seasons, Josh. Stop it, man. It's not possible. You cannot carry a whole squad. That's why it's called football. It's a team game, not an individual game.
Everyone hold. This is what I'm literally going on. What the majority of the fan base do. They hold Harry Kane on this ridiculously high pedestal that he's the best fucking striker in the world. He's not. He's bang average at best, if not worse than average at the moment.
January 13th.
And if you honestly think his form is going to improve under Conte,
you never know. You never know.
No, I do know. I'm sorry, but you've even said so yourself. You don't think Conte's going to do much for Spurs. So how can you sit here and say that Harry Kane will be under Conte?
Okay, imagine if we. No, I'm not. I don't think it's going to happen. But just imagine.
Exactly my point. You just played yourself.
14 appearances, Cody, not 17.
Imagine if he plays,
including the 4th and the
players this January.
Hold on, Cody, including the 14th and the what'd you say? 13th. That's 14 matches. I just counted them.
14.
I don't even think that that's the case.
Aaron, I said at this precise moment in time, Harry Kane is bang average.
But hold on, and Son had assists. Son had 4 assists during that period.
Okay, but that's not. Okay, but that's not his.
Kane has 1.
He has 1 goal, 1 assist in 13 weeks. 13 weeks, 1 goal, 1 assist. Best striker in the team, by the way. No.
Who is he gonna assist except Son? It's not like the other players are gonna score. What's your point?
Son,
he literally assisted.
Son and Kane hold the Premier League record for the most goal combinations together.
Son had 1 assist on the 17th against Sheffield United.
Oh my god.
If a player doesn't perform, you get rid. You don't hope. That's not what this is. That's not what we're about.
What are you talking about, Cody? Son actually scored against West Brom on the 7th of February.
Sick of holding out, man. Like, he's had long enough. He's obviously doesn't want to be here. So sell him and buy a player.
Cody's pulling this stuff out of his butthole now because it's not even right. So like Son literally scored.
Josh,
He went from the last time he scored on the 17th of January. He scored on the Thursday or on Sunday, 7th of February, 2021 against West Brom.
but he said 2 goals.
At home.
You said 2 goals. How many games did you say? Because Cody said he scored 2 goals from that period until that period. That's what he said.
We're talking 11 games with 1.
No, but no. I'm just telling you what Cody said. I'm not saying he's right. I'm just telling you what he said.
Okay, but if he scored a goal every 2 or 3 weeks in that 40 period, or assist, right? That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and I agree with Aaron what he said. Our 2 players getting bashed because of dodgy teammates.
No, it's not getting bashed because of dodgy teammates.
Yeah, it is.
And then the 4-0 win we had against Burnley, Son assisted 2 of those 4 goals.
That's why he said 2 assists. Or
No, he
3
had
assists.
more. He had
4,
2
4.
goals and like 4 or 5 assists in that 14-game period. He had 2 assists in that 1 game.
Okay, let me ask you, if we sell Kane, who are we going to get? Don't say Vlahovic, that's not happening. Who
Why
else?
is it not happening?
It's not happening. I'm just telling you that's not happening. Mark my word, that's not happening.
Son
do we get
assisted
next?
against Crystal Palace in the 4-1 win against Crystal Palace. The Gareth Bale and Harry Kane scored
Cedric,
brace in.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If Harry Kane leaves Tottenham, will you stop supporting Tottenham?
No, I'll still support
Right.
Tottenham.
So be loyal to the club and not loyal to the player. If he isn't
No.
performing, get rid.
No. I'm not being loyal. No, I'm not being loyal with Kane.
You are
I'm
not.
just-
But you're doing exactly what everybody
No.
else is doing. You are defending Harry Kane by slagging
I'm
up the rest of the team.
No, I'm just saying. I agree. Yeah, that's true. But if you think about it, that's not fair. Imagine
It is
being
fair.
One. No, it's
What
not.
is not fair about it?
Fair.
How? It's a team sport. You score
Okay, so
goals
what
as a
if
team.
Harry Kane's the problem?
He's
what
not
if-
the problem.
What if he is?
Guys,
My
you
horseshit, Mr. K.
honestly, you guys are repeating yourself again and again. I'm sorry.
Mr. K,
Yo,
your
Mr.
mic is horseshit. We literally can't hear a single thing you're saying.
Oh my days.
No, but you're sitting there saying that we're talking about the toxicity in the team and stuff like that, like it's been discussed before. What if Harry Kane
Can't hear you, man.
is the problem?
Now you sound like you're a radio
Kane-
broadcaster.
Josh, I agree. At the start of the season, Kane was the problem.
This is what you
He
sound
still
like,
is.
Mr. K. Even worse.
No, he's not. At the moment, he's not.
He still
Like
is.
that.
No, because you have.
He is part of the problem. There is a massive problem that involves about 6 or 7 players, and he's one of them. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to be at Tottenham.
No, but the day you can. What you're saying, the day you can say it is when all those players get out and the players are still toxic. Then I'll agree with you. But now you cannot say that. I'm sorry, Josh.
Wait, what's
Harry
going on now?
Kane-
I missed it. I
Harry
was
Kane-
laughing at Mr. Kane's.
Harry Kane
Excuse
not
me.
wanting to play for Tottenham is a massive problem for Tottenham. I want players in this club that want to play for Tottenham, that want to play for the cockerel on the ball on the shirt. Not a player that's here for the sake of being here. Not a player that tries, quote unquote, tries every week and somehow exceptionally fails at every single opportunity. I am done waiting. Okay, I have 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah, I can.
It's not pointless.
I can consider.
Debates
I
are
can
never
consider.
pointless. Debates are always good. I just don't understand Dietrich's point. How are we being unfair for holding Kane accountable for 1 goal, 1 assist in 11 matches?
No, for me, I'm gonna repeat that argument once again.
Okay.
He's playing around shit players except Son, and that's a fact.
And is he ever not played around shit players except for Son?
No, but no, I'm not.
What players is he playing around this year that he wasn't playing around last year?
No, last year he had Gareth Bale helping him. You had
Okay, Gareth Bale
You had-
had
no,
like
you
10
had-
appearances.
you had Reguilon like he was on fire. You had-
Reguilon had one of his worst seasons ever last season. What are you talking about?
No. The start of the season he was good. What are you saying? Are you crazy?
Reguilon already has 4 assists this season. What are you talking about?
I'm saying last season he was on fire. Stop it, Will.
Reguilon
Uh,
wasn't on fire last season.
The start of the season he was before he got injured. Look at it.
So if Kane starts banging goals, will you change your stance? Yes. If Kane starts playing well, I'll say he's playing well. that's the whole
Exactly
point.
what I'm saying. That's exactly what this is what my argument has been the whole time so far. There is absolutely no justification behind a quote unquote world class striker scoring 1 goal in 13 games with 1 assist. If miraculously he bangs in another 25 by the end of the season, and I'll eat my words and I'll take it all back.
Okay,
But I don't see it happening. We're
I
almost
won't
halfway
take it
through the
back. I'll
season.
say that period of time he was
Josh,
playing the
Josh,
way
let-
he was supposed to be playing.
Josh, let me ask you a question. You're saying right now Kane is in world class?
He's not
Well,
playing
he's
world
been
class
playing.
right now. Hell
No,
no.
I'm not playing. I'm saying, is he world class? Yes or no?
The way he's playing at the moment, absolutely not.
Not as a player. As a player, is he world class? Yes or no?
Well, how as a player at the moment, I'm judging him based on how he's playing
we're
right now.
judging him on current
He's
form.
world class.
Okay, Kane has been a world class for 6 years of his
Has
life.
been.
No.
been.
Has been 6 years of his life. Just at the moment, he's still world class. Just not having a great season. That's it.
No.
And when it happens-
Stop. Okay, look, and the Cody's saying the same thing, right? He is
Yeah.
not. Right now, he is worse than Pookie in form. Pookie from Norwich, right? There is not a Premier League striker, a starting striker who has played 85% of the minutes available in the Premier League, who has as few goals as he does. He is by far the worst form striker in the league right now. Okay,
Yeah, it happens.
this is not just a bad run of form. This is a horseshit run of form, a horrid run of form. He is the most out of form striker in the league. Then when you take his world-class status, what his potential is, and add that on top, it's a million times worse. Do you not see that? If you were to take Ronaldo, Messi, and you throw them into a season and they score 1 goal in the first 13 matches, it's making international headlines. He's done. He's burned out. He's
No,
fed
this is a
up.
fair point.
His
This is a fair
career is
point.
over.
This
Right?
is a fair point as well. Detrix, is Dele Alli world class?
He didn't do it for enough years, so no. He didn't
No,
do it for
but was he world class?
No, he was
Is he-
never.
is he-
No, I never thought.
Is he world class? Well, what I'm asking, is he world class?
No, I
This
never,
season,
I n-
Pookie
no,
is
no.
better than Kane. Yes.
I never. Okay, Josh, I never thought.
Who's arguing that?
I never thought Ali was world class because he didn't do it enough years. That's why I'm
You
saying.
didn't think at one time, mate, he was worth more than Harry Kane.
Bro, world class is when you do it for a consistent level. That's called world class. And Ali did it for
It's
one
not
or
a
two
small
seasons.
sample, Cody. 13 matches is not a small sample.
I feel like I'm bashing my head.
And it's actually 11
Great
appearances. He's had 11 appearances. It's been 13 game weeks. I don't know why he missed another one, unless they're not counting those 5 minutes that he played in the second match of the season as an appearance. Maybe you have to get in more than 5 minutes. But
Your logic, right? Harry Kane is world class, but because he isn't playing well right now, 13 games about to run. Because he's done it in the past, he's world class. Okay,
Yeah.
Dele Alli isn't playing.
it's not a tiny sample.
He's not good. He's not playing good at all.
It's a third of the
Going by
season.
your logic,
Yeah.
Detrix,
He
he's
had
world class because he's done it before.
He had one
Bollocks.
season. No. He had
Bollocks.
one. No, Josh. He had one season.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question
He's been
right
here
now.
for 6 years.
Hold on.
One
Do
season.
we have a better squad than Norwich?
On paper, yes. Playing, no.
We play on grass, mate.
Playing,
Do we
we're
have a
playing.
better squad than Norwich?
Yeah, no shit.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. You're telling me if you put Ronaldo into that Norwich squad, he only scores 1 goal in 11 appearances?
I don't know. We have to see. I don't know.
Bullshit, you know.
I don't know.
You just can't say yes because you know that if you were to say yes, he'll score more than 1 goal in 13 appearances.
Then we'll
No,
say
I
what's
don't
Harry
know.
Kane's excuse.
Then we'll say, what's Harry Kane's excuse? There is no excuse for a world-class player. If he is world-class, as you says, there is no excuse why a world-class player scores 1 goal in 13 appearances. A world-class striker. Not one.
And don't you think what you're asking from Kane to score goals or getting assists, creating chances, don't you think that's a lot for a striker?
No!
Striker, he needs to score 20 plus goals a season.
If you're not scoring 20 goals a season,
And
there's no point in being here.
And Josh, let me ask you, if he scores 20 goals a season, as you said that he has to, who gives you those chances? Who gives you those passes to score 20 goals?
If they're not provided, he makes them.
Are you crazy? Josh!
Ronaldo's
Wait,
world
wait.
class, right? He's on track for being a high scorer in the Premier
'cause
League.
he
He creates chances as well as scores them.
Because he played with the best players in his career. What are you saying, Josh?
Oh my fucking god! Do you know what, Dedrick? You actually infuriate me sometimes because your logic is so fucking flawed.
No, what you're saying doesn't make any sense.
I'm sick of this mob mentality that Harry Kane needs to be protected, man. I'm sick of it.
I never said he has to be protected. He
One
just
goal.
One
goal, beautiful goal.
13 games, man.
No,
We
Josh,
should
I'm
make
not
a-
saying he has to be
Make a
protected.
trophy out of that 1 goal.
Yeah, let's make the golden 1 goal.
Listen, guys, can you hear me clearly?
I can take one of these balls up here and I can spray paint it gold and I'll post it to him.
Yeah.
Right, his golden ball of his only goal for the whole freaking season.
Right, you guys can't hear me, right? Or am I just muffled?
But what I'm saying, what's what I'm saying? Look, my point that I'm making here is a world-class player, regardless of the quality of the players on the team, does his job. Period. That's what makes them world-class. That's what makes them world-class.
Would you say Tevez was world-class?
Did he do his job regardless of the amount of the players that he wore on the pitch?
You tell me. You're defining what's world-class right now.
He played for West Ham. He played for West
Yeah.
Ham when they didn't have a good squad, and yes, he did his job.
He did his job. He brought them up. Right. So when he was at Man City, right, and refused to go onto the pitch and train and all the rest of it, was he a top-notch world-class professional then?
How many goals did he score this season?
Still score goals.
He scored a bucket load of goals for Man City. My
Okay,
point
well
is,
then,
my point
yes.
is at the end of the day that
Yes.
even world-class
point.
players, even world-class players sometimes have a human side to them. And I think to a certain degree, both of you guys are correct. Dietrich is correct because we have got a track record, and regardless of whether anyone wants to look at it or not, maybe someone's just looking at the last page. But if you look at all the previous chapters that go into this book, right, yeah, his track record is he's world-class. And we're not saying that. Pundits, listen, pundits, experts, ex-managers, top professionals, people with accolades like you would not believe, including Conte himself, right? Yeah, and Jose, top people, not us. We don't know diddly, but they're turning around and saying this guy is a top-notch player. So how are we even lost the face because he scored 1 goal in 13? That's pathetic. Josh is absolutely right.
Hold on.
We've got a striker that scores 13 in 13 games.
He's human. Look, they're all human. All of these Messi's human. Like he's not an alien. Right? You may think he is. He's an alien, right? But look, listen to this, okay?
Yeah.
I'm married to my wife for 15 years, right?
Well done.
She goes missing for a week. There's some track record there to trust her, right? 2 weeks, maybe. 3 weeks, and I know she's alive. She's not dead. It's like, where's she at? 11 weeks later, and she hasn't come home yet?
Oh, come on.
She's probably cheated on me and has left.
She's probably saying you divorced
No,
papers. You didn't
stop.
sign.
15 years, I've trusted my wife with my life, right? If she left me for 11 weeks,
oh dear.
Does that 15 years mean shit with me being able to use my rational mind to say, hey, maybe there's a freaking problem here and call a spade a spade? It's called delusion. You're not based in reality. The reality is 1 goal in 11 weeks.
Well, if your missus
it's not a worst example.
Tomorrow,
I'm human.
Be
my wife's human.
But is it human?
All Kane has to do is
what
score
is
a goal,
this the same
and
thing as
everyone's on his
wife
side.
missing on a game of football? Come on, man.
No, you're saying a world-class striker. What's the logic in your statement in saying that he's gone 11 weeks and it's just a bad run of form and his past time gives him credit to go a whole season without scoring shit?
You know what? In my book, he can spend 2 seasons doing that because I've seen what he's put on the pitch for us.
He can't.
I've seen him do it when other people wouldn't do it. Josh, you've seen the matches.
He's not doing it now.
No, listen, 1 second. Let me finish. Right, I heard about the speech about the long lost 15 weeks, whatever. Listen, Josh, let me ask you a question, right? Yeah. When there were times in last season, and there were times in the season before, and there were times in the season before, and so on, there were times when the rest of the players just weren't doing it. And he would come to the midfield, pick up the ball, and pass it to himself. He would go to the back line and defend the ball
He
off
never
the goal
passed it
line.
to himself.
Listen to me. He
No,
did.
but
I saw him do it. He totally bypassed Lo Celso, passed it around him, back to himself, and then score a goal. Now, I've seen him do things like that, where he's taken the scruff of the neck. That's what you want a world-class player to do, is that when you're not playing that fantastic, you want him to suddenly show his magic, right? That's what world-class players do. So
Exactly.
for 15 games, we've not seen him show that pedigree of a footballer. Now, here's the question. Have we seen him ever do that before? And the answer is yes, we have, with our own eyes. We've seen him do many wonderful things for our team. The question is right now, have we lost patience in any player? Forget who he is, forget his background, forget what they've done for our club. Have we lost patience in the
All right,
players
hold on. Okay, hold on.
Has Mora hurt us?
I hear what you're saying, but hold on. When is enough? Because you, both of you guys, Cody as well, who's in the comments, both of you guys have said, hold on, if he does this till the end of November, then I'll call him out. November's passed. November's done. Right? He's still doing it. When is enough? Because you keep moving the goalposts back farther and farther and farther and farther and farther, that if this current run of form holds.
Let me ask you a question. Just one question, just to answer that one. All right. You know that game we had against Mora, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Conte was in charge, right? 3.5 weeks the man was here. We've got a certain pedigree of a team. Like, we lost against the worst opposition in the Conference League.
Yeah.
That exists currently.
In European football.
Well, the thing is, this is the opinion that everyone's giving me from whoever knows about charts, right? At this particular current moment in time, Mora has the worst team in the Conference League. We lost against them. Now, will you be able to turn around and say that Conte has had absolutely no effect? Because Conte, right, yeah, is like to lose against Mora. Come on, your team, your whole team, your setup, the way that you put the players on the pitch, the way you told them to play, you know, you had an inkling in your mind that the quality of players that you had would be able to overcome them. So would you turn around and say that Conte, with the small amount of time he's had here, has made our team worse?
Can I answer that question? Can I answer that question?
Mora.
I see slight changes with the way that we play. Slight. I'm not saying that they're drastic. They are very, very small, minuscule changes. Harry Kane now plays a lot further up the pitch than dropping into the back, the first third. Right? He sits at the halfway line. We never saw him do that before. He was always middle of the first half, half of the pitch. Right? Yeah. Now he's always high up.
Right.
Well,
so he changed the way he plays.
I want to know how this is relevant and not a red herring.
So, formation. The only other change is the formation.
Okay. So,
hold on. I want to know how this. Hold on. Before you move forward, why is this relevant to the Kane scenario? How is this not a red herring?
About to hear it. Okay. So basically, Josh has turned around and said, right, yeah, that Conte is starting to have an effect on the way that our team is playing.
No, he's had a slight effect already.
Sorry, he's already having a slight effect, but Josh has noticed, right, yeah, that the team is starting to pass the ball in the inner channels more so than they used to in the outer channels, and they're getting like caught out a lot in that. But the point is, they're actually doing it again and again, regardless. That's the one thing I've noticed. The second thing Josh has noticed is that Kane doesn't come back as deep as he used to. He's been told to stay the heck at the front, right? So therefore, previously, I think last season, like when Jose was in charge, this incredible record that Kane and Son put together was primarily because they were assisting each other. They were being the creative midfielders because the other creative midfielders weren't doing their job. So Kane is not allowed to go back to become a creative midfielder. So who's taken up that? Who's actually doing that job then?
In what match does Kane not drop below half pitch to pick up a ball and play a ball?
He didn't do it against
Name
Leeds.
one match.
He did not do it against Leeds.
Right. So
one.
We were lucky to get. My point is here, right? Yeah, is that he's not playing the same usual self that he played under Jose when him and Sonny were breaking records. That sense of freedom of movement doesn't seem to exist anymore in terms of his play. We have now got a manager that has demanded his players play in a specific way that he tells them to.
But you haven't answered my question yet.
So my answer is that if Kane himself, right, yeah, there are many other reasons why he's not scoring a goal. But if Kane himself is not doing the things that he used to do before with his instinct, his footballer's knowledge, you know, that intelligence that comes after years of playing the game. If he's not doing that and his goals have dried up and his opportunities, even worse, forget the goals, his opportunities have dried up, then that then Dietrich's argument of the team being shit around him and not providing him with the ball when he needs it is that valid, number one. Number two, he himself is playing differently because he's been told to, because there's a new manager. That's number two. Number three, we can all see that there's a certain oomph that's coming out of Kane, right? So that contributes towards the factor. Number four, he wanted out. Let's face it, you want him out, we want him out, we want the money. Yeah, he's not playing properly. Let him go. Let's keep the hero status, right? But let's get him a statue or something. But let's just get the money because we need it right now. Now, I get that. That's number five. So the whole point here is that you cannot all lump the disaster of a shit show that we've had this season on top of the very best player we've got. Now, some people might turn around and say that Kane has now taken to one side and Son has stepped up, and Højbjerg, who's like always been known to be world class. No, not really. But
Højbjerg, who is a central defensive holding midfielder, has more goals than Harry Kane this season.
Okay, hold on.
Against who?
Hold on. Stop. Right? Who? If you're saying Harry Kane is not getting any service, then tell me how in the league does he have 25 shots? How in the league does he have 11 shots on target? How in the league does he have 5 shots off target? How in the league does he have 9 block shots?
It exists shooting from outside the box.
Okay,
come on.
His XG is 2.6.
Hold on, wait.
He's
You
not
said
getting any
25 shots. So compare that to this time last season. How many did he have? 50? 100? Those scores are peanuts right here when you compare them to what everyone else is. Even Pookie's probably had more chances.
Hold on, let me change the season here.
Look, I agree that if we don't have a player that's able to play, but at the same time, we have a player that at some point or another has tried a lot. And maybe this season he's not trying bugger all. But the point is, we've got other players that have just never tried for 3 years. Right?
Yeah,
and if there's going to be a shooting contest right here, I'd rather shoot them first.
Exactly, and we're still the best player in the club.
No, but Josh is right, though, because at the end of the day, we care about the club more than we care about anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And we can't become sentimental FC, which is what Will is on about. Because Will is saying, look.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about not being delusional.
Yeah, that's what sentimental
and
FC
being
is
honest
about.
and genuine about when, because you still haven't answered my question. When is enough?
Well, that's why I asked you. I said, can you compare those stats to anything else? Because stats are meaningless.
Yeah, because he only had 81 shots the entire season last season.
But Josh turned around and said that basically the stats of Kane scoring goals right here was only a stat because he played against poor opposition. Well, the thing is, now you're saying that stats are perfectly okay, but other stats are not perfectly okay. So you're qualifying them. So if you're going to qualify them, I'm going to compare them.
Hold on. 81 shots all last season. So if you divide that by 3, this particular site, hold on. This particular site is not able to let me pull it out by segments. Divide 81 by 3. That's 27. He's at 25 already.
That's sick, you know that.
And he was
That's
injured.
Sick.
And he was injured.
Not in the first half of the season, he wasn't.
Last season for like, what?
Kane, listen, Will has got us. Will has got us. Because technically last season, right, was the reason why everyone was hyping up Sonny and Kane so much. It wasn't just the fact that they had so many goals and assists. It was the fact that they had so few chances. And they put those chances to bed. And they put them to bed, right? So when you've got that type of that last 1, 2, 3% of confidence, because Josh knows as well as everything that a striker's goals is based upon his confidence and his tenacity to want to play and win. You know, that's what gets him driven at the front. That's what makes him stick his foot out when everybody else is just he's running backwards, right? Stick his head out, stick his foot out, and that's how they score goals. You know, it's either you got it or you don't. Now, we all know for a fact that Kane has got it. He's just not turning it on. And obviously, as a Spurs fan, you're thinking, why is he not turning it on for us?
Can I just interrupt? Cody Mack has just made a ridiculous comment in the chat. Would you say these things about selling Kane if the Man City stuff hadn't happened? Yes, because if he isn't performing, regardless of whether the Man City stuff happened or not, if he isn't performing, I'm going to call it out.
1 goal in 11 appearances. Yes, I'm gonna call. But here's another thing. Okay, Son has 1 more shot on target than Harry Kane this season. Just 1.
Son love is absolutely delusional.
Dietrich, it's part of the narrative. You just got to relax, man. Let it be.
Because what's annoying, like every time, like, we're slaying Kane, but we give Son like a pass.
No, but it's going to happen because Sonny right now is our wonder boy.
Is Harry Kane performing on Son's level right now?
He deserves it.
No,
listen,
but
Son deserves.
Okay, then why do I need to compare him to Son if Son's performing better than him?
Son started the season well.
Wait, no, stop. why do I need to compare Harry Kane to Son if Harry Kane is not performing at Son's level this season? Why do I even need to bring Son into the conversation? Tell me why.
Is he performing at the moment?
Well,
Son?
there's loads of goals.
Yes.
Mora. Did he play against Mora?
I'm
Did
saying
he play
at the
against Mora?
moment.
He ran around. He ran right round the defense and still couldn't score a goal. Because Mora's got one of the best defenses on the planet, right? Even someone.
What are you
whose son
talking
came
about? He
from-
had like 20 minutes against Mora.
20
Yeah,
minutes.
but
Are you telling
when
me
he
that 20
came-
minutes of sunlight against a
Harry
team like
Kane
that? is not
played
gonna-
full 95 and got one header off a set piece.
That's fantastic. That's a header. I like that header as well. He scored a goal in that game, didn't he?
Yeah,
It was
off
quite
a
a good
set
goal.
piece.
It was a beautiful goal.
Okay.
Listen, guys. Listen, we all
What's your
disappointed. No, I agree with you. I think that your stats are absolutely backed up what you've said, 100%. I don't think that the player himself right yet can be taken away from world-class status. As Dietrich, I agree.
Is
with
he in
Dietrich.
world-class form? Yes or no?
Yes, no, world-class form. That's a different word. Use the word form. I'm talking about the player himself. He's a
Okay.
world-class
Am I
player.
talking about his form or am I talking about the history of the player?
I think everyone's got confused with the form word.
No,
and the
I'm
fact that
talking
he is-
about form.
I know you are. I just wanted to clarify that with everyone out there listening. Will's talking about his current form. He's not talking about the actual player. The player is world class. That goes without saying. And if there's anyone that thinks that,
How
not
many
even
seasons
currently.
of
Would you consider Jose Mourinho to be a world class manager?
Would you consider Pele to be a world class footballer?
100%. Because
Wait,
he did
no,
it
he can't
consistently
kick a ball.
throughout his whole
He
career.
cannot kick a ball.
Yeah, but he did it throughout his whole career.
He can't,
From the
forget that.
moment
He can't do it
picked
right
the ball up
now.
to the moment he
He can't
retired,
do
he
it
was
right
doing
now.
it.
I'm sorry, his form is shit right now. Right?
Josh,
He's not world class.
Josh, would you
He's not
consider?
world class. I'm sorry.
No, wait.
You know?
Would you consider
Is he?
Messi world class?
Who?
Well, there
Yes.
you go.
Messi.
He's not scoring a goal.
And he's not playing well.
At the moment, no, because he's not scoring the
No,
goal.
but is he
But
world class?
world class or not? The point is, it's been world
Wait.
class.
Do we want to? Do we want to compare Harry Kane to Messi this season? Is that what we want to do?
If we're going based off of previous form, then yes,
Yeah.
Harry Kane could be considered to be world class. But the way he's performing right now, he isn't worthy of that
That's
status.
form. Would you
Is
say
the
that's
point
form?
I'm trying
or-
to
or
make.
is-
Form.
Has he been shown up? Josh, do you think Harry Kane is now being shown up, or do you think that's just his form? He's been.
I think Harry Kane has. He's been exposed, mate. He's been exposed.
So he's not
If he
world
doesn't-
class.
He's proven when he doesn't get what he wants,
Yeah,
he's gonna throw a hissy fit.
yeah, like some of the managers. You know, some of the
Exactly.
top,
Do we-
like some of the
do
top,
we
top
want-
managers. That
do we-
turn
hold
around
on,
to that
hold
mentality
on.
is not right.
Dietrich's made a statement. Okay, Messi. Do we want to compare Messi against Harry Kane this
This Messi
season?
scored goals for PSG this season, man.
He's got 1 goal and 3 assists. How many has Harry Kane got again?
One
Okay,
goal, one
and
assist.
how many? And is it one goal in Liga?
Yeah,
One
one
goal.
goal in Liga.
One goal. Is that
Yeah,
one goal?
Yeah.
Is that
There
it?
you
One
go.
goal. One goal.
Yeah, and
Man,
3
you're a piece of shit.
assists.
You know
Who
what? I
cares
think
about the
Messi.
assists?
I think Messi's
Who cares
been shown
about
up.
the assist? Assist
the
is
assist
worth
that leads to
just
the
as much
goal.
as a goal,
No,
dude.
Messi's
No.
been shown up finally.
Yeah.
He's not the GOAT anymore. What about
Yeah,
Ronaldo?
he's not
He's
playing
not
well.
scored more goals.
100%. If he was a Barcelona, he's still doing it. He's not,
He's
now he's
played
not there.
5.
What about the
505
striker that
minutes.
plays for Arsenal? He's pretty good right now. He's world class, isn't he?
Right, he's
Listen,
played
guys,
505 minutes.
Emil
Yeah.
Smith Rowe. Now watch, that'll be a class player, a world class player at some point in time.
No. I
Guaranteed.
think
I don't
I
see.
think-
I
I think to a certain degree, I think Josh may have one point regarding the armor that Kane has got, and that is the tenacity that a player has got, regardless of left and right. He keeps to his own standards, whether it rains or shines. Okay, and obviously it's been raining a lot in our club. That's 100% given. But we've seen his form drop in a big way, and to a certain degree, people might turn around and say he's human. But at the
Wait,
end of the
hold
day,
on.
world-class
Stop.
players,
Hold on.
they know how to override that.
Harry Kane has played almost 2 times as many minutes as Messi
Yeah.
has played.
So he should be more
Yeah.
tired then.
Harry Kane is also 6 years or 6 or 7 years younger than Lionel Messi. And
He doesn't look
Lionel
it.
Messi has 4 goal contributions this season. Harry Kane has 2.
I swear, Spurs is making Kane
And
age
he's
up.
playing with who? Can
Yeah,
you
it
please
doesn't
name-
matter what
No,
team
no,
he's
no,
playing
no,
with.
no. Can you name me the players that he's playing with?
Players
I need
who
to go-
don't need to give him the ball.
No, but
I need to make a
are
quick
they-
move, guys.
But
I'm just
those
going to
4
move.
assists, who scored those goals?
Dietrich, tell me how that's relevant.
No, I'm just
Harry
talking-
Kane is 7 years younger, played
No, but
twice
what's
as
wrong-
many minutes, and has half of the goal contributions.
No, but what's relevant?
When you've done this, I want to address another 2 comments actually. But yeah,
Okay, give me 2 seconds, Josh. If you give Kane, Mbappe, Neymar, all those players, don't you
Okay.
think he might get like 6 assists, 4 assists at least this season?
I don't know.
There you go. And Kane is playing with who? Only Son.
Do you have any reason to believe that Harry Kane, that with his playing in the current form that he's playing, would score any more goals with that team than he has this season?
With that team, he will score more goals.
How do you know that?
Because he's playing with world-class players.
Okay, so he's played with world class.
And he showed-
so
and he
is
showed-
Lionel Messi. Hold on, so is Lionel Messi, and he's not.
He showed it with England. Playing with world-class players, he's gonna score.
And how many goals
hat-tricks.
does Messi have with Argentina?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
Right. Can I just address his comment really quick while she sort that out?
He has 12 goals with Argentina this season, just
And
in the
how-
World Cup qualifiers.
And how many does Kane have with England?
Not 12, plus
Different
4
kettle of fish.
assists.
You look at- you
9
look at the
goals.
country-
9
Look at
goals.
the countries. Look at the countries we've played.
Harry Kane has 12. Hold on. Harry Kane has 12.
And 7 of those goals come against Andorra
Well,
and who else?
We don't care about the opposition. He still scored 2 back-to-back hat tricks. Nobody does it.
Look at the caliber of teams that Argentina are playing compared to what England have played. They're playing the likes of Brazil. They're playing the likes of Uruguay, Paraguay. Some of these teams are favourites to win World Cups.
Yeah, Brazil, Uruguay.
Argentina.
You look
Peru.
you look at who England have played.
Colombia.
They played Andorra.
But you see, that's the issue. Every time I give an argument with
6.
Kane, you guys always find another way to.
No, because
Sebastian-
you are no. The reason why
You're
is
holding
because
Harry Kane on a
you
pedestal.
are being
Yeah, but he deserves to be on a pedestal.
irrational. You are using statistics.
We're fans.
You are saying, yes, Harry Kane scored 4 goals against I can't even know Albania.
San Marino.
Scores 3, right? So that's 7 goals against people who have a FIFA rating in the triple digits when there's no one that Messi has played in an entire common bowl qualification that is outside the top 50. Right? You have to understand that in Common Bowl, in order to even get to the qualifying section, you have to go through a thing. All the crap tiny teams in both CONCACAF and Common Bowl are gone. They don't exist. You know this. You know this is just as well as, I mean, you're here in North America. You know this, right?
Yeah.
Nobody who's playing in the qualifiers, which is the thing that I pulled up. But in Europe, it's not the case, right? Tiny teams will have FIFA ratings of like 200, 300, 400 are playing in these qualifiers.
Yeah, but he scored against those teams,
against the
but he
top
scored against
teams in
Mora.
their system. That's why Jose Mourinho came out with his statement and said that the UEFA's World Cup qualifying that's not qualifying, right? That was
Hold on.
Mourinho's whole point.
No, but
Guys,
I'm
guys,
just-
are we?
yeah.
Can we? Look
So
at
he
this from
scored
another point
6
of view?
goals against top
Let me just-
things, whereas Harry Kane has scored 4 goals
Yep.
against
Look, these
people
stats-
inside
these
the
stats
top
are
100.
Amazing. Look, listen, Dietrich, listen. One of the ways that you deal with stats, right? Yeah, is not to argue against them because they're actual stats. They just need comparing. That's all. But if we just
No,
change
there's
the
nothing
platform a little
irrational
bit-
about wanting
No,
to sell him.
Exactly.
Before you do this,
Listen, go on,
okay.
Josh. Go on, Josh. Go ahead.
I just want to address a couple of comments that Cody Mack made. Obviously, with me saying that Harry Kane
Everybody
got
wants to
gets
do that.
exposed, right? And he says, okay, so then the Man City stuff is a big part of your opinion. You just said Kane gets exposed when he doesn't get what he wants. It's not a massive part of my opinion at all. It's what is happening is this is part of the problem because he didn't get his move to City is the reason he isn't playing well. His confidence isn't there. It's quite clear. What you asked
Is that really what happened?
Is
what happened, Josh? I think you're being simplistic.
That's how it comes across. That's how it
I
comes
know, but
across.
you're also being simplistic there because obviously that means that you watch with one eye, but didn't watch with the other eye. Because if you watch
Right,
with
can I
the
just
other
finish my
eye, you would
point?
also see, right? Yeah, 4 days of absolute hell being brought upon his family.
Can I just finish my point?
You want to ignore that one? Go ahead.
I'm not ignoring it. It's a completely relevant statement. What Cody Mack asked was if the Man City plans, if the Man City thing didn't happen, would I still say the same thing? And the answer is yes, I would.
Yes.
If Harry Kane wasn't performing now, even if the Man City stuff didn't happen, it's still part of the problem. The problem
you're right.
is he isn't playing well. That's the issue.
Technically-
That's the problem. I could care less.
He wasn't playing well. I have
think, Josh,
every
you're
right
right.
to call the team out.
Josh, I think you're right. I think it's not just this season. I think, look, we might turn around and say that Kane got lots of records last season, along with Sonny. But if you look at the actual team as a whole and see how they actually played together, I think that skews the results of the performance of the team. The team is so much worse when you take away Kane and Son from last season, right? And I know that we can turn around and say that it's a system being set up by Jose that he put those two players to extenuate their strengths. I get that. But when you look at it in reality, you see that the performance of the team for the last 3 years has been getting worse and worse to the point where even if you got yourself a talisman striker in the front, and even if you got Sonny on for like 20 minutes, you still can't beat a side like Mora, who, you know, let's face it, their FIFA standing is like I don't even know. You need a magnifying glass to find out how low it is.
It's lower than all MLS squads.
It's low. I mean, that's how pathetically bad that the whole team, 11
We
players,
could literally
plus
rock
all the
in with the
extras that came
National
on.
SC
And Conte
beat Mora.
himself could look. We're talking about Conte, his coaching staff. We're talking about our players. We're talking about players that came onto the pitch to replace other players, and none of them could find a solution. None of them, not just Kane, but none of them could find a solution against this level of team, right? I think as much as we are right to go through Kane's record and say this season he's been absolutely dire, and it's been shown up.
So
That
that's
lack
all
of
I'm saying.
desire.
Why
Yeah.
are we bringing
Well,
up the past?
When we look at the rest of the team, right? Yeah, what Dietrich has been saying all this time from the beginning, and I understand why you should like maybe separate the two, but at this particular moment, if you add up for the last 3 seasons, how the team itself, the full team, has been consistently going worse and worse and worse, even with the new manager. The new lows that we didn't think we could ever reach after Zagreb. Think about it, guys. After Zagreb, do you ever think a thing like Mora was ever going to happen again? And it happened. Last kick of the ball, we got turned over. Right. So that's the team itself has been so pathetic that we can lose against the most pathetic team in the conference.
So then why? Hold on.
What
So then
Dietrich-
why? Hold
what
on. So
Dietrich
then
is
why
saying,
were
it makes
you
sense.
at the beginning of the season saying that our squad was better than it was last season?
Because we actually got some players in. We got
NS
Romero in.
Mora,
I got happy.
NS Mora,
We
their
got
world
Gil.
ranking. MS Mora, their world ranking is 631. Our world ranking is 45.
What the fuck? 600. And we're in 40.
631 and we're 45.
Their magnitude, that's 3 magnitudes away from where we are as a club in terms of professionalism, in terms of training, in terms of shoelaces. You know, that is just shocking. That makes it even worse. So, Josh, my point here to you, right, is that if you get the worst team you could possibly imagine and put it round one of the best players, and then at the beginning of the season kick him in the nuts, right, and make sure that every fan out there spits venom at him, are you going to get the best out of this player, or does he have to be some sort of super duper Superman, Batman, all that?
What players have not been performing this season, though, Mr. K? Let me ask you: has Højbjerg been performing this season?
Not his best.
Do you know he is the #1 rated player
Not his
on
best.
our team this season?
No, that
Compared to
doesn't-
who? Compared to anyone else?
Compared to
outside
everyone
that?
else in the squad.
Oh no, wait,
In the
wait,
squad.
on
Okay,
which
this
side? No,
is
no,
what
wait,
we're doing.
wait.
We're comparing our
Mr.
squad with Mora.
Mr. K, wait. On which side, Will?
Sofa score.
So
I love
okay,
SofaScore.
and please go watch. If I'm not mistaken, Sanchez rating on SofaScore versus
7.4,
Mora,
I think.
it was
7.4.
7.4. So that doesn't mean
7.4.
anything.
Yeah.
Will.
SofaScore stats.
No, it
are
does
brilliant. I
matter.
love
It takes
No.
your whole entire statistics and it adds
Oh,
them
did-
all together. It's not a
Also-
single
okay.
picture.
Okay.
They don't give you, if you make one mistake, they don't rate that one mistake
Okay,
higher
but-
than all the others.
okay,
It's
so
called in
it's good.
Just played
total
a good
average.
game.
So hold
Okay,
on. Wait, what I'm saying is that if you rank low in Sofa Score, it's because you've been super dog shit.
And let me ask you,
That's true.
so
Super
if you
dogs.
make 2 mistakes, you
So
just,
hold on, stop. Before you go on, because you cast an invalid assertion against my source.
Your source
Right.
is rubbish,
When-
though. Come on, 7.4
When in
for
order to
Sanchez.
get what you just did is you just showed how in SofaScore, because they do it, this player rating that they give after each match is based on all the cumulative stats that are assigned to that particular player. So if he had a really good passing game or really good tackling game, the fact that he got dribble past or a goal was conceded on him drops his score, but it doesn't drop it in a way that makes it higher rated than anything else that they rate against, right? So yes, from a fan's point of view, Sanchez's efforts that day were low. But if you are scoring low in SofaScore, that means you've been super dog shit. And
Okay,
Harry
so-
Kane doesn't even make the top fucking 10.
Okay, but
No,
that's,
he doesn't.
Okay,
No,
but
he's
that's
got a point.
pointless at the end.
No, but
It's
I noticed
pointless.
one thing, though. I noticed
Højbjerg,
one
number
thing.
1. Romero, number 2.
Pointless.
Heung-min Son, number 3. Mora, number 4. Eric Dyer, number 5.
Okay.
Hugo Lloris, number 6. David Sanchez, number 7. Emerson Royal, number 8. Harry Kane at number 9.
And let me
I
ask
think
you,
I
so
remember-
you're
Right
telling
next
me-
to
Who's number
Giovanni
10, my
Lo
ass?
Celso.
Doherty.
That's our top 10 best players.
That it's meaningless. It's actually meaningless.
He scored 11 goals in the Premier League this season.
I actually appreciate and respect the scoring system that SofaScore uses, because when you watch the overall match, you see Sanchez not being a complete goofball. It's only sometimes that we tend to be kind of like polarized on it, because we know at that particular moment he's about to mess up. It's like we have a sixth sense about it. That's what it means to be a Spurs fan. But, as far as scores are concerned and stats are concerned, there was one game, I think the one before Leeds, where Kane got the lowest score, right? And at the same week, when Arsenal were playing, their captain also got the lowest score the same week. We got I think Kane got like 3.84 and Aubameyang made like a 3.64 as well. So it can happen that our top players are not doing what they're supposed to do, but this is meant to be a team sport, right? So people like Højbjerg, people like Dyer, we expect them to start stepping forward. People like Højbjerg. I mean,
Højbjerg has more
Hugo,
goals than Harry Kane this season.
Yeah, but you tell me
look at Hugo. Sorry, I was going to say if you look at Hugo, for example,
better than Kane this season.
Everybody wrote Hugo off this summer. Let's face it, we all did. But now he's performing at such a level.
About?
But the thing is, he's performing at level
is better than Harry Kane so far this season.
No,
yes,
Hugo. What I'm talking about is Hugo, right? Yeah, is that everybody wrote him off in summertime, but he's performing at some of his best right now. And to a certain degree, I think that if things start to click with our club, right? If Conte can have the effect that he wants, right? If whatever's irking Kane can dissipate just even for a little while, because one of the things that probably hurts more than anything else is the vilification that him and his family got, that he's not likely to forget. The argument that Delhi puts in the Amazon documentary, and that argument seems to be like what he carries, is that he doesn't care about the fans, because the fans will 1 minute be on his side when he's scoring, and then they'll be against him when he's not. So he's given up inside, and all the fans can feel it. Now, is Kane got to that stage where he loves the club, but is bitterly disappointed with the reaction that the fans gave him?
It doesn't matter that he doesn't need to be here. Let's stop making excuses for it.
No, that's a separate issue.
There's no point.
No, not being here is a separate issue. Right now, we're not in the January transfer window. We don't know what the intentions are of Man
City. So then why do we need to big up a player who has this thing where he doesn't want to be here? Why do we have to big him up?
Because, to answer your question, because we're sentimental FC, we're going to remember the good times. I know, but we are, as a general whole fan base. Come on, let's face it, we haven't won anything proper for a long time, but we're still going about the fact that we're one of the best clubs. But when you look at our history, you see that we are. But when you look at our presence, it just shows a load of shite. And we get jokes made.
Who's sentimental?
I am.
You shouldn't be about football.
I know, I'm sorry, but I am. I mean, I love listening to your stats.
Hold on. Are you sentimental about the club, or you're sentimental about the players? Because I'm sentimental about the club.
Any level of glory that I perceive to be good, like for example, beating Chelsea at the Bridge, things like that. They're in my heart.
What I'm saying is, you will never see, never see me change my profile picture on anything to a player, or to a manager. Right? Even if I like the manager, I rated Nuno. How much crap did I get from that? From everybody here, pretty much except for Mr. Kane. And Josh wasn't really coming on the show then, but
you know what it is? You're an enigma within the fan base.
I'm not an enigma. It's called being rational and reasonable.
I know, but we're not rational people, though. That's the problem.
Be rational. That's my point.
Spurs fans have never been rational.
Be rational. That's my point. But
come on, what's your evidence that we're rational?
We got 6 minutes left before I have to jet. I have to take the kid to training.
Okay.
So, last words. Anybody got any last words? Josh, you got any more things you want to scream at Cody about?
Not really. He hasn't said anything else.
No,
he sent one earlier that was Josh. When I was talking about your opinion, it wasn't in regards to Kane's form. It was in regards to whether he should be sold. Hence my question about the City business. Yes, if his form continues through January, he needs to be sold.
If a player doesn't want to be sold, if a player isn't performing, then yeah, I think he should be sold. However, the reason that Harry Kane isn't performing is obvious. He wants to move away from the club. He's still upset about this gentleman's agreement. Therefore, he doesn't want to be at the club. Let him leave.
Yeah, but now he said he's happy with Conte.
Yeah, but
he's been here 2 weeks, dude. Who's not going to say that? Everybody knows that he's been down. Hold on. Everybody knows he's been down tooling for the whole season. So the press comes up to him and says, now that Conte's here, are you still going to play like shit? Is he going to say yes?
But he likes.
Is he going to say yes?
Yeah, but what is one thing that Kane wants? Trophies. And what does Conte?
And are we going to win a
Trophies.
trophy with this squad, regardless of who the manager is? I'm
Yes,
telling
I
you,
believe in
no.
Conte.
So fuck this noise. I'm sick of it, right? I am sick of this noise of people saying that our squad, Conte is going to come in and he's going to change this. He's going to wipe Dele's butt, and all of a sudden he's going to be pooping Skittles and scoring goals.
I
Like,
never
it's
said
not
that.
freaking happening.
I
Okay.
never
Bring
said
up the
that.
skills.
Who said
Bring up
that?
the skills.
Lots of people are saying that. Do you watch
Yeah.
the Cheese Room? Yes, I'm calling you out. Watch that podcast for 5 minutes
No, that's one
and
thing.
hear the bull crap noise that makes me want to rip my face off for 5
I don't
minutes.
know about you,
If
but
you're
I
watching
like the
Foundation.
Chiefs, man.
I
like
don't.
the
I don't like the fact that they're completely delusional, right? Winks is going to come good. Dele's going to come good. And Dombelli's coming good. Our squad is good. 8 out of 10 transfer window good. Good, 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 good. Oh my gosh, the whole stadium just blew up. That's good too.
Dude, the rumor is that Winks might be called in to replace Messi in Barcelona now that he's gone.
Right? People think I'm negative. I'm not. When we do good, I say you did good.
Realistically, you're realistic.
I'm
You're like
realistic.
me.
Yeah.
But when you're being overly
Yeah.
positive, that's called delusional. It's not positive. It's delusional.
Isn't it the normal state for a fan to be living in delusion when the season starts?
No,
I mean, we do, don't we?
no.
We're going to win the season. We're going to win the cup this season. You know,
I
we
can
have
be
all that-
positive. I can look. Okay, this is what I was positive when Nuno came in. I was positive, right? Was I not? Was I not positive about Nuno coming in? I was.
You weren't
You weren't
happy.
like-
You weren't happy.
You have to remain neutral. When a new manager comes in, you have to remain neutral because it'll be
Yeah,
a different.
I got
style
no
of
problem being
football.
neutral.
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
got no problem with the manager. I didn't think Nuno was the problem. Does he play the nicest form of style of football? No, he doesn't. Is Conte better than Nuno? Yes, every single day, all day. That's not a debate, right? That's not a debate. That's not an assertion I would ever even come close to dreaming to make, right? But my point was, during the whole Nuno debacle, when everybody was Nuno out, Mora! Wasn't Nuno's fault we were playing like dog shit.
Yeah, but still,
We
no.
have a dog shit squad. That's why we play like dog shit.
Okay. So let's wrap this up.
Dog
man.
shit
It's like,
squads play like what?
well,
Dog shit.
I don't think there's anybody that doesn't know your points about this. We just love a good banter when we get a chance to. But
That's
this
fine.
is what you're going to
I'm cool
get. This is what
bantering
you're
with
going to
people,
get
but
from
don't-
emotional. This is
Hey,
the problem.
I
though,
don't get
is
upset.
that-
You know me. I
No,
don't get mad.
No, Will. The problem is, right, yeah, is that when somebody uses emotions or sentimental feelings, when it comes to presenting an argument, they'll always have stats thrown against them, which they'll lose. That's just the reality that we face in the world. Football is one of those type of games where, statistically speaking, a team should lose against another team, stats-wise, but they might pull off the amazing, right? And that's where the emotion of what fans carry on their sleeves, right? Yeah, that's where it comes from. We can't sometimes differentiate between the two, between what is the hard, cold feeling and stats, because some people turn around and they'll say, you know, our team's been disastrous for 3 years. And some will only be focusing on, like, you know, this season. And that's just the way our focus goes as human beings. All of you guys out there listening, please do like and subscribe this channel. It's an absolutely brilliant channel. We love to banter. I'm not feeling that great this week at all, so I've not been on my show. But listen, thank you very much for turning up here. And if you can support Josh on the charity that he's trying to promote and raise,
Don't worry about me in a
please
minute,
do
mate.
so.
Don't worry
there's
about
a
me
go-
in a minute, mate.
There's a GoFund as well for Bob Spurs family for a funeral arrangement. Please do that. And also, if you see other shows out there, support them, give them a like, share, let people know. It's always good for us to support each other, even when we bicker and argue with each other the way that we have been. Thank you.
But Mari's going to be doing the Love Lounge here in like an hour or 30 minutes or something like that. I actually have to go take my kid to practice, so I'll be in the chat for that one. Josh, you got anything you'd like to promote before we...
Yeah,
Road.
just promote my channel, man. Josh the Tottenham guy over on YouTube. Plenty of stuff going on over there. Charity live stream, as Mr. K said, on the 1st of January. Go check out my channel for the most recent video announcing it all. Everything you need to know is down in the description of that. There is a Just Giving page on there as well, but that's not what I don't want to push that at the moment right now. If everyone, we all love Bob Spur, and we Bob Spur has always been one of the go-to guys when it comes to Tottenham YouTube, and obviously today or last night or early hours of this morning, should I say, he unfortunately lost his father. there is a GoFundMe to raise money for the funeral costs. So if anyone go and donate to that, even if it is only a couple of quid, if it's all you can afford, please. Let's come together as a family. Let's not have this divide. Come together as a family. Let's help each other out. Go and help Bobby out. And Bobby, if you're still watching, mate, love goes to you and your family and your kids. And yeah, I hope you get the target you need.
Yeah, he's sitting at around 13 or 1,400 pounds right now, so he's almost halfway to his goal.
Josh, can you give a plug out to Tottenham Tantrum Gold, because I don't know when the next show is going to be.
Yeah, I don't know when the next show is going to be because I'm not part of them.
Yeah, I had him I told him to put his link in the chat earlier, but he hasn't
viewers
been
out
on
there,
for a while.
Viewers out there, if you are looking for Sentimental FC and you are looking for past glories that Spurs has accomplished, then Tottenham Tantrum Gold is a beautiful channel. They do live watch-alongs of some of the great matches that we had in the past. And if you want to be reminded, or if you've never seen, then you definitely should have a look. You see some of the skills on display from some of the older players. You'd be amazed at how great they really were. Because obviously, I used to think black and white movies, everyone moved like $6 Million Man really slowly. But in reality, these players are absolutely amazing. Worthwhile looking. Tottenham Tantrum Gold. Please do look up that channel and see when the next broadcast is going to be.
And my good friend, thanks, Mr. K. And my good friend, Mr. Dietrich Kane. I know I beat you up hard today, brother, but I love you.
It's all bandit. Love you guys.
And Dietrich's not on Twitter yet.
Yeah. No, never happened.
Never. So you'll check him out here. I haven't seen you on any. Is like my channel the only one you come on?
Yeah, because you're
pretty much. So if you want to see Dietrich Kane come back, I always love it when he comes on the show. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch all of our streams. We will be back.
And big up Josh. Big up Mr. K. Big up Will Stewart.
Yes, big up everybody up
Josh.
Here.
I know Josh is gonna kill me soon.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Difference of opinion, but it makes it, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's always fun. I enjoy those. But we will be back tomorrow night after Brentford. Score lines real quick. I'm saying that we should win 2-0.
You're optimistic. I'm going for a 0-0 draw.
0-0 draw. Mr. K.
4-1. We're smashing them.
4-1. Harry Kane hat trick.
Yep.
Dietrich. 6-1. Harry Kane double hat trick.
Harry Kane double hat trick. My two delusional friends here. Crowdy corner. One below, one next to me. Everybody go check out Josh's channel. Mr. K will be back on Tuesday. We'll be here tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern time for the post-match rant. I'm sure if we lose, it'll be a glorious dumpster fire. So make sure you catch that. Don't miss that out. Everybody go cuss out Cody Mack on Twitter and banter him in the chat. And
the king of Twitter is about to be dethroned. Trust me.
Quick shout out
stay
to
strong.
Aaron Dub, Tony G, Gaguma.
Stay Spurs. And we'll see you guys next time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's go now.